Mm-hmm. Welcome in, guys. Billy Bob. Will everybody get in? I'm live on YT as well. If you'd like to watch over there, what's going on here? I'm gonna let you guys all join in. Here we got people on YT. Hey, YT. What's up, guys? I gotta readjust some stuff here. I go through the computer and through the phone for TT. Welcome in, guys. Tomorrow's the boycott. I haven't been live in a while. I'm excited to be back on. What's up? How's it going, Jimmy? I'm going to read on both. TT's still loading in. Welcome in, guys. Watching from New Zealand. It's a worldwide Walmart boycott. Everybody, New Zealand, you are in too. We have Canada going. Joey Tower Power, what's up, brother? Boycott Walmart tomorrow. Guys, I appreciate everybody that got it out there, everybody that's participating. There are so many of you that got, I'm getting goosebumps. Look. So many of you guys that got the word out. You got the word out. How about that video I posted today on the surveillance pricing, man? That is crazy. I've been doing an investigation on that as well. I'll read some comments here. Hey, Lisa, from Puerto Rico. We got Puerto Rico. We got New Zealand. We got Pennsylvania. Come on, where's everybody from? Let's get the live going. Talk. TT tap. I'm excited, man. I am full of piss and vinegar and energy. We're going to do this, man. Hello from Texas. On YT, we got Philadelphia. We got Kansas on what? This is all YT. Brick, thank you for the gifts. Kentucky, North New York, New Mexico, Tennessee, Florida boycotting, Tennessee boycotting, New Hampshire boycotting, Ohio, Boston boycott, Tennessee, Canada, our Canadian peoples on YT. Welcome. And on here we go on keep going, guys. Here we go on TT. We got Michigan. We got, thank you, Milwaukee. We got Indiana. We got Pennsylvania. We got Memphis. We got Kansas City. We got Michigan again. Let's go. Ohio Valley. Florida's boycotting. New York's boycotting. We got Kansas on YT. South Carolina, Louisiana, Texas, Virginia, Las Vegas. We are going strong, guys. We are going to boycott them and get $7 billion of the $14 billion they intend on revenue. I got another Georgian on TT. Missouri again. That's it, guys. Kentucky, Atlanta. Who else is in Atlanta? I'm in Atlanta. Oh, my God. So we're doing it, guys. We are going to boycott tomorrow the 28th through September 3rd. We are going to get them for $7 billion of the $14 billion. We have Cavell Cavan as well. Big creators got in this. Cavell Cavan, thank you for the rose. Cavell Cavan got in. Did you guys see? I got to showcase some of what they said. Anybody saw Sup America, man, he doesn't hold back. But we have spread the word. We, Coalition of Consumer Advocates, we now have 640,000. No, I'm sorry, 670,000 members across 4 platforms. 670,000 now, guys. We're almost to 750,000 across 4 platforms because of you guys who get the videos out there in the faces of these corporations. So we have that much we've spread. And then Cavell Cavan has a couple million followers on 4 different. I'm about to tap. That's it, Kara. There's Kara's here. I got big news, guys. You can't see on YT, but our website is up. It's not fully functional, but it's up. You guys see it right here on TT. So you see it right there. We have a new logo, Coalition of Consumer Advocates, and we are on C.O.C.A, right? Coalition of Super Advocates. You can find the website, C.O.C.A revolution.org. Thanks to Darren. I don't know if he's on here. He's probably on here now. Darren has set it all up, man. He's flying in next week. He waited till after the boycott. You got to give props to Darren. Everybody put it in the comments. He's on TT, I think. Props to Darren, Mr. Gray. He has done an amazing job on this website. So we're going to have places for you guys to upload your videos. You could go on there. That's not ready yet. It will be after next week. And I got another big announcement. So you guys will be able to upload your pictures. all your videos, so we can start making videos on your videos and get them out there. It's evidence, guys. He has done a job. I can't believe the job he has done. It's insane. It's insane. Also, I have got word from Tina Cooks. Tina is on Instagram. She's here in Georgia too. She's gonna. I know there's some other people we could do it too. We could have all kinds of guest people. I think Kara was talking about it too, but she's gonna be one of the people. Kara, if you get it together, you can do it too. Hey Sue, we're gonna have test kitchens. So if you guys do like to do test kitchens, um, we're comparing, like, for example, taking 3 different types, like, I see you guys saying hi guys, thanks for the taps, thanks for the gifts. Like, if you guys you guys are fired up on YT. If you guys like comparing 80%, or what is it, 80/20 ground beef from Publix, from Food Lion, from Walmart, seeing which one has more oil, stuff like that. I know Kara mentioned it, and then Tina mentioned that she was interested in do it. So that would be awesome. So we're going to start showcasing that. We're going to start hitting other areas of consumer protection as well. The 501(c) is under works. Guys, we are going to a whole new level. Please make sure you check out the website. So also, guys, you guys can't see it here. I got to figure, I don't think I can. I'm going to put a sign behind her. Darren, if you're listening, we need a sign. But Demand Letter Pro, they're right here, guys, on YT. So this is Darren's company. I have partnered with him. It's the least I can do for him taking us to the next level. I couldn't have done it without him. I can't do it without him. So Demand Letter Pro, guys, promo code C.O.C.A, C-O-C-A. He's giving proceeds, like some of the proceeds for the demand letter, which is like $275. No retainer for an attorney, man. Not 2,000, 3,000, 5,000. If you're having trouble with insurance companies, if you're having trouble with any type of disputes, if you need a demand letter, which they're usually handled and taken care of, these attorneys will go back and forth through emails. As long as it doesn't go to another level, it's usually you're usually successful, and it's $275. I'm not saying dollar, $275. So, and then portions of that go to help funding with what I do, and with the things we're going to do with the new website. So, the one of the best things about Demand Letter Pro is when you send the demand letter to somebody, they don't know that it's coming from a service. He is partnered with all kinds of attorneys that will write you a demand letter. Very, 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 very good. So Demand Letter Pro, promo code COCA. He's an awesome guy. We'll go through, I'll keep repeating that about it. Thank you guys. Some of you guys are in here. Hey Jimmy, what's up? Let's read some tomorrow, the boycott. Let me read some comments here and say hi to everybody. Top supermarkets are the same way. Black specks in the hamburger. Ugh. I'm carrying a scale everywhere I go, says Chris on YT. I go now. I guarantee there's more places doing this. There are. I've covered a lot of different places. Jamie on TikTok says Sam Walton would be rolling in his grave. He would, man. Walmart is not what it was in the 90s. Okay, they've run out all the mom and pops. They've run them out. That's when the evil took over. This company is insane. Have you guys seen the video I put up today? So we're going tomorrow, right? Yes, tomorrow. Start the boycott. Do it forever. A lot of people say, why only that week? Let me explain that. We are targeting, Kara. Thank you. We are targeting like a missile. There's some people in rural areas, guys. There's some people in rural areas that they have to shop at Walmart. They have to. I'm out here. There's only one other grocery store, and it's more expensive. Where I am in Athens, on the outskirts of Athens. But I saw that bonkers. So what we're trying to do is, if you can, don't ever go there. If you didn't see thank you, Kara. If you didn't see the surveillance video I did on the flock cameras they're using, the ALPRs, automated license plate. What's the R stand for? I'm drawing a blank. the ALPRs, they are using those to track. They get your personal information off of those. They get your personal information. They have set up, it's Walmart Connect. They've set it up. If you haven't seen the video, go watch it after this. It's insane. It's doing really well on Instagram. It's a long video, so we don't get a lot of retention. Some people draw. Reader, thank you. Automated license or automated license plate readers. Yes, they are. So I did a video on it. They're tracking you as soon as you go in. They're reading your information. They are building an AI universe that goes beyond what our federal government is doing. That's what I say at the end. Hey, Eric, thank you for the gummy bears. If you guys didn't stick around to that end of the video, I say that at the very end. That's what has me. And I'm going to get a little conspiracy theory here. It's just for shits and giggles. But the amount of data that they're getting and selling of ours, they're connecting to your online. They're connected to, if you are in the app, man, you are one of the sheep. You are being used and abused, and your information is being sold, and you're being subconsciously manipulated and marketed without knowing half the time. But they are creating, and now they have the AI cameras that are over all the registers. And I guess this, I just got a guy, he's a whistleblower, puts in all the cameras for Walmart. We started a conversation. He's telling me all the secrets about all the cameras, and he's saying it's all real. I promise I wouldn't say his name. I just had one transference of text. I text back to him and ask some more questions. He's giving me all the secrets on him. He says, yes, the video I did is absolutely true. I knew it is. I know it is because I did a lot of research on it. And that video I put out is actually a small portion of for YT. I'm doing a 15-minute documentary, but I wanted to get that portion out before the boycott. So they are developing this, guys. It's insane. We are being tracked when we draw online, right? If you have the app, they're watching everything that you do. They're tracking everything you do with the app. If you ever get a prompt for the what is it? The location, always hit never. So they're connecting with your location. As soon as you walk in the store, as soon as you walk in Walmart, the Bluetooth I showed in the video, the what is it called? The receptor there, the telegraphy. I can't talk tonight. It's mounted in the wall. That's where it gives off your Wi-Fi. First, it tries to pick up your MAC address. Another thing, guys, if you haven't updated your iOS or your Android, do that, because now Android, and they're starting to help combat. It's another corporation, but they're starting to help combat this online tracking in the stores. So they're trying to please update it. I don't know because it's been recently, but update your iOS, update your Android if you decide to go in there with your phone, because they're starting to send out like dummy MAC addresses, so you can't be tracked in there. That's a good thing I read. But yeah, switch to Costco. You save 21.4% more at Costco than you do at Walmart anyway. But they're trying. So as soon as you walk in the store with these AI cameras, they're starting to build a database on you. It isn't connected with the government, so we don't know. But these AI. It's crazy because I'm getting all these stories. Like a guy said, I went to pay cash at the register and it brought up my name. It's like, how was that doing that? So these AI cameras now, this AI technology, they have spent $16 billion on AI technology, but they can't spend a goddamn dime on getting quality control in there and making sure that the chicken and the meat and all the products that I've shown in there are not short weighted, are not underweight in the package. Millions of products between Kentucky Legend ham, the chicken, the great value shrimp, millions of dollars of that great value shrimp is underweight in the package. I proved that. Somebody's talking about Faraday bags. Yeah. But what they're doing is as soon as you walk in, that device is trying to what is it? Help me. I'm having a hard time tonight. It's telepathy. No, telepathy. The device is trying to grab your MAC address first. So once it has your MAC address, that's your phone fingerprint. It's following you around the store. And I didn't believe it until I did this research, because I heard this before. I'm like, man, you guys are getting that. Thank you, telemetry. If anybody knows me, man, I have extreme ADHD, and I have 10 different topics going on at one time, and I always rely on you guys to help me. Telemetry, yes, I say it in the video. I said it right. The telemetry is what is pinging, trying to get hooked to your Wi-Fi. The Bluetooth beacons are in there as well. Thank you for the daily heart, mate. The Bluetooth beacons are in there well. So they're trying to get you with Bluetooth. They're trying to get you on their Wi-Fi. They're trying to get you on the app, and they're trying to get your location. And then they're building AI documentation, a whole thing on you. If you guys get on that, what is that other thing called on Walmart when you try the try-on features? You're giving them your biometrics. If you are, you're getting tobacco, you're getting alcohol, you're getting a firearm, you're giving them your state ID. They're basically building a file on you and how you shop and what you do. And then and this is proven by Chris, the producer. I'm going to do a video on him. He's bigger than we are. He's huge. I think he has like 6 million followers. But Chris, the producer, check him out. I know he's on TT. I don't know why he's on Instagram, but he didn't put that video on Instagram. That's right. FK Walmart right there. He proves him and his team, they order with different accounts in different places, the same product, the same place, and they're all getting charged different. They have your financial records at Walmart. Okay. They have it all. They're gaining it all. The tap pay thing, the reason that everybody thinks because of tap, they're thinking, oh my God, Walmart's finally come through. They're coming through for us. They care about us. They care about their loyal customers. They heard our voice. They didn't hear your voice, man. The reason they weren't doing tap pay was because they wanted you to get on the Walmart app and then they can track you on there. Because a lot of people, I think I've never done it, but you can use tap pay or you can pay with that app, with the app. The only reason they're rolling out tap pay is because now they don't need it. They don't need that information like that. And it's going to take up to the end of the year for that to be in all stores. But now they have these AI cameras and stuff. It's all in there. You know what I mean? They're not doing you any favors. I think they rolled it out too because their stock was down 9.4%, guys. I know we had an effect on that. At the time, it was 600,000 of us putting videos out on Walmart over the last 6 months. We've had 100. Where are we now? Over 170 million views on the videos because of you guys. That's how this works. If you're new to the coalition, welcome. Let me explain how it works. Papa Slayer, there's Papa's in. Thank you for the gift, brother. This is how it works. I make the videos. You guys are going to start making videos, and you send them to me. Some of the last videos I made were off of pics that you guys sent or videos you guys sent. The salt and pepper one. I'm reading all your comments, guys. Keep them going. The more you comment, the further we go out on these channels on YTNTT. Don't forget Demand Letter Pro. If you need a demand letter, unbelievably cheap, a tenth of what a retainer would cost. Demand Letter Pro, promo code C.O.C.A. C-O-C-A. But where was I? The AI cameras. I'm losing track. The AI camera. So the tap pay. So their stock was down 9.4%. I know we had something to do with that as well. They're trying to blame it on gasoline prices. There might be a little, but wasn't Target up? A few of the other grocery stores were up. They were up. So why is Walmart down? What was it called? The down, whatever I called it, the down to down, whatever it is, whenever times get tough, usually people start shopping at Walmart instead of the Publix or the more expensive grocery stores. They're not doing that now. So what does that have to do with gas? That doesn't have anything to do with gas. That has to do, people are sick and tired of this shit. There's so many things from what Cavell Cavon and Sup America, who have partnered with us, and also Journey 76 did too. But Cavell Cavon and Sup America were really adamant about their problem, not just the short waiting. We're partners in this. Anybody else wants to jump on, please. If you're a large creator and you have a heart for the people, get it out there today. It's not too late. We got to boycott them for the next week. It's a target effort to get them for $7 billion, as many people as possible. But they're really adamant, and I am too. My thing happens to be the short waiting over the last 6 months, but they're adamant about the employees, guys. If you're an employee in Walmart, we care about you, man. And I'm sorry the boycott might hurt the stock. We want to hit it. They'll rebound. You'll still have your job. But some of the things they were saying, like Cavell Cavon is like adamant about the EBT. How many 90,000 Walmart employees are on EBT? Papa, thank you for the Pharaoh gift. If you guys have been giving gifts on YT, thank you. I'm sorry if I don't see everybody. I'm very grateful for that. That helps fund what I do and now what we're going to be doing with the website and everything else. But 90,000 on EBT because they don't pay. And somebody got in the comments, there's always people that don't think. You got to realize everybody doesn't think like you. Some people are a part of the herd. I call it slave mentality. But somebody was like, they pay $14.50 an hour. That is not a livable wage. That's like 24 grand a year. What's poverty at 40 hours? That's like 20 after taxes. It's like 24,000 a year. What's poverty level now? Like 26, 28? And what Sup America is saying, they also cap the hours, so then they can't get benefits as well. It's just there's so many reasons to boycott them. The last class action lawsuits for the last 20 years over discrimination and unpaid vacations. I used to have a list of it. Let me see if I can find my list. I should have got a list together since my brain's halfway working tonight. I had a whole list of them. I can remember them though. The class action lawsuits in 6 years they had 5 over discrimination, lack of improper wages, not paying vacation pay, just discrimination of both kinds. Especially also to women. They did. What was the other one? This is in 6 years. They had 5 class action lawsuits. Improper procedures or improper whatever it was for pregnant women. There were improper accommodations for pregnant women. And then right after that, 2 or 3 years later, same-sex marriage. They weren't same-sex marriage benefits. And the list goes on and on. And then this is why can I pay? Do I have anybody in TT to get rid of this, people? Anybody coming in soliciting, get rid of them. Boink. Goodbye. They're soliciting for money. They come in, they say they're going to pay. Can I pay anybody's rent? Yeah, right. So this is why we are aiming. This is a missile, right? Everybody says, why only a week? Do it forever, please. I would beg you to do it forever, but some people can't. So what we're aiming for is out of the 14 billion that they revenue 14 billion a week, almost 3/4 trillion dollars a year is what they revenue 19 billion in profit. But that 14 billion, if we could get half the people who shop at Walmart to shop somewhere else, I'm going to read some comments in a minute. Shop somewhere else, we could hit them for 7 billion wherever we get. The goal is 7 billion, half the people. That's why it's a worldwide Walmart boycott. New Zealand's in the house. We saw New Zealand. We saw Puerto Rico. Anybody else around the world, do it too. Spread it. Because if we do that, we are going to affect the stock market, and we're going to show them that we're going to open their eyes, because we're going to fight them with the only thing they care about is their money. Okay. The last class action lawsuit, I repeat. Oh, thank you for the gift, Apple. The last class action lawsuit was for $45 million over grocery weights and scales, similar to what the short weighting over grocery weights and scale. 45 million. It takes them 33 minutes to revenue that. That's it. That's not even a slap in the wrist. It's in their budget. Oh, and I'll get back to well, I don't know if I'll schedule back there or swing back there yet. Where do I shop? So let me read some comments, and then somebody remind me about the surveillance state and about the conspiracy theory I have. I tangent off of that. It's not a conspiracy theory, but it makes you wonder. Somebody remind me that. And guys, don't forget Demand Letter Pro. Demand Letter Pro. If you need I'm partner with them. And every time there's an order, there's a promo code C.O.C.A, C-O.C.A, because it goes to funding for what I do for the trip. In October, I plan on heading out across the country. So there's ways in my bio as well. That's all I'm saying. On any channel, but I'm heading out across the country to hit the grocery stores that you guys have asked me to hit. So I plan on going to Florida. I'm in Georgia, over to Texas, out to Cali, up the coast, kind of do a rectangle around the country. But thank you. But Demand Letter Pro, guys, they will. That's Darren. I shouldn't say his name. He doesn't want me to. That's who's partner. That's who set up our website, and that's who is partnering with me. I mean, he's literally like my partner right now. So he's an awesome dude. I trust his company. I trust this dude. I've never met any. I don't have many friends, not close friends. I have not met anybody with character like this, who I would consider equivalent to my character. Thank you, Sue. Demand Letter Pro. Promo C.O.C.A, 10% of what it would cost you for a retainer for an attorney. All right, let's read. Let's start over on YT, and then we'll go to TT. Ready? I'm good. Got everything today. Your dollar vote matters. In COVID, we stopped buying gas because he's. This is Nunya. What is that, Nunya? Your dollar vote matters. In COVID, we stopped buying gas because we were sent home, and the price came down. Exactly. That's why we have to do this, guys. We're too busy. I mean, there's many people say you guys will never do it. I don't care how far we get, guys. I gave it everything I got, and I'm going to be on today and tomorrow and rallying. I am a rabble rouser. I need a shirt. I need a shirt that says rabble, Walmart rabble rouser, just rabble. I'm giving everything I got. I don't care. At least I'm going to say I'm not a slave. There's many people say, oh, nobody will do it, and you guys won't do it. People are too lazy, and I can say that we gave it whatever we got. If we hit them for 7 billion, if we hit them for 4, if we hit them for 1,000,000, I don't care. We did something. And then we'll build, we'll get bigger. We're at almost 700,000 members on 4 platforms now. We'll go at it again. We don't stop. I'm not a slave. I'm not part of the herd, and nobody in the coalition of consumer advocates is. So I share your videos with everyone, says Dan. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. In our website. Check out the website, the new website at C.O.C.A. Revolution.org. C.O.C.A. Revolution.org. It's not fully functional where you can upload your videos yet, but he got so much together, man, where it teaches you how to go out and video. It teaches you how to document things, how to video document things. But that's how it works, guys. I make the videos. I went from 40,000 before I started this, when I found my first pack of chicken at Walmart. I had 40,000 followers on TT. I call them followers. You guys are now members. I had 40,000. And in 6 months, I've gone from 40,000 on TikTok and about 250 on YT and 50 on Instagram to almost 700,000 members. And we found the formula. The formula is I make the videos and do the investigations. And then you guys like, share, repost, comment. The more you comment in each video, the further it goes, and repost. Comments and reposts are real important. And that has worked. Not only does it get it into the faces of these corporations, but it gets it into the face of the media. And then what has happened, like with Kentucky Legend, the media has jumped on and joined us, like in the fight, right? So the media jumps on, like Betty Lynn Fisher from the USA Today jumped in, and then they have the clout. You know what I mean? They have the smoke to call and say, "Hey, we need a statement. We're the USA Today. I'm Betty Lynn Fisher. Hey, what's up, Adira?" And that's how we've gained leverage, right? And then if you don't know the Walmart Kentucky Legend scandal, I've told it. It's on my videos. I'll talk about it at some point. But we forced them to, because of doing what I just described, and getting in their face and relentlessly, you guys relentlessly kept putting the videos out. We had 20 million views over that investigation on all of our videos. One had it's at 10.9 million alone. When I first found the hams that were double the weight on the label than what they really read. And then after the fake or the bullshit statement they made saying it was a small window. Anyway, I went out and found more, and you guys got them into their face. But after we did that, we made a name for ourselves. Then we jumped on with Justin Gray from the media, from Channel 2 News here in Atlanta, Georgia, over the Domino Sugar thing. We actually found him, and I found that together, right? And that was another 2-month investigation. But because they called up, they have to make statements. They can't. It's worse. I think it's worse than to say they declined to make a statement. It makes you look guilty. But we are getting to the point now where Aldi and like I found the Aldi lunch meat in the bags. I found like 18 out of 19 out of one case. The pre-packed lunch meat was in the bag. They reached out within 3 to 4 or 6 to 8 hours. So that's where we're going. What's that say? Where do you buy your groceries? I just went to Ingles. I went to Ingles because I don't go to Walmart, but I'd rather go. Just today I did. But when I go to Ingles, what I like about Ingles, it's here in Georgia. Thank you for the gift at YouTube. What I like about them is they put out the reduced meat, and I go grab it because I'm on the carnivore diet. I'm losing some weight. I just freeze it. That's what I did today. But Costco, you want to go to Costco. If you have Costco, guys, I mean, Costco, there's a consumer report that says Costco you'll save 21.4% more than Walmart even. Hey, I have press credentials. I can inquire free. Yeah, didn't I ask you? I wanted you. She's my friend, Paying to Purpose. I wanted you to be I need you on board. I think we talked about it. I got to get you hooked up with our buddy. I don't know if he wants me to say his name. I got to get you hooked up with Mr. Gray. I feel like I feel like I'm in Reservoir Dogs. I'm gonna get you hooked up with Mr. Gray. Yeah, we need your help on this. He is also with Demand Letter Pro, dear. You know what I mean? He knows a lot of legal stuff. You're only as good as the people you surround yourself with. Um, it's a revolving door scam. Why would the government kill their tax revenue from the sales tax? I don't know what you guys are talking. So here's the thing I think about. So we're boycotting Walmart tomorrow. If you're just coming on, the videos are going. So a lot of people are coming in from the videos, especially on YT or TT. Boycott Walmart. 7 days starting tomorrow. If you want to do more, do it more. But my point is, here's the thing: if you saw the surveillance, hey, Richmond, Indiana, Costco is 50 miles away from. Can I shop at Aldi? Yeah, I would do Aldi. I would do Aldi. Kroger, I got problems with Kroger. If you see my videos, check those reduced stickers at Kroger. I found some short waiting at Kroger. So what was that? Oh, so here's what a lot of people have done, because that's why we're only doing, that's why we focused on a week, to get everybody at least to make a sacrifice, because a lot of people are in rural areas. But you know what's so touching? What's so touching is people in rural areas have been commenting saying, "Hey, listen, Walmart's all we have. Unless I drive 30 miles, like our friend just said there. Who was that? No, don't go to Sam's Club either, guys. Um, I lost you. Oh, I lost you. No, no Sam's Club. Anything that's owned by Walmart. I thought everybody, I guess I should have, I addressed that in the last video I made. No Sam's Club either, guys. Nothing connected to Walmart. But what I was going to say is there's people that are saying in the comments, like, listen, the nearest grocery store besides Walmart is like 30, 40 miles away, but we're going to make the trip on Thursday. We're gonna make the trip and stock up for the week. That's a sacrifice. I have one guy who said, "Listen," he said, "Man, I have a business, a little side hustle where I make food, and he does like catering, mobile food, almost like a food cart or something." He was like, "And that's where I get my stuff, and there's nothing around me. I'm in a rural area." He said, "I'm gonna sacrifice, man. I'm just gonna cut the menu." That touched me, man. We have to start doing stuff like that, guys. We have to unite over things. Some of us we're all different. Especially in here, we respect everybody's faith, everybody's gender, everybody's sexual orientation, everybody's political party. We accept all of it. There are issues, I know, on political stuff, but we are united in here over this. If we don't start doing that, they have us divided. They have us divided. I asked, let's table the other stuff, even though there are facts on why things are the way they are. But for this, we are uniting. Whatever your race, whatever your color, it affects all of us. We have to. If we can be successful at this boycott, guys, we will have boycotting power like nobody's ever had before. And trust me, wherever we get with this, we're going to keep going. We're launching the website. We're launching the 501k. See, if you're on TT, the website's right up there. I have it pinned on here. We're about to go to another level. Almost 700,000 of us now on 4 different platforms. We're gonna get this website up. We are going places, man. We are not stopping, no matter what happens with this boycott. But here's the thing, man. They are down like Walmart stock is down like 14% now. The 9, I know it has a lot to do with our videos and us issuing the boycott. We have affected some. Thank you, Payne. We have gotten this word out to so many people. I don't think we realize how many. I started seeing other people making videos in the last few days, even if they only have a couple hundred followers, just to know that you're doing your part. I mean, they have de-escalated this country so much that we are so busy, we are so into our phones and our algorithms, it makes us think that everybody thinks like us in the world. I mean, when was the last time we had I mean, we've had some marches and stuff like that, but not like they do in other countries, man. Let's start uniting. Let's start boycotting. Let's start rallying together like they did in the 60s. Demand Letter Pro, C.O.C.A. Let me read here. All right, get your comments in, guys. Let's read. And then I'm going to tell why I think that Walmart, here's a possibility. It's plausible. If you saw the surveillance video I put out today on how they're tracking you with the license plate reader, they're taking your personal information from your license plate readers. I read the privacy notice. That and the video that I put out today is just like 2.5 minutes of a 15-minute documentary I'm putting up on YT, and then I'll cut it up and put it on TT. It's insane. You will not believe what they extract, the information and data they're extracting from you. It supersedes our federal government. It's insane. I mean, now it's with flock cameras, it's equivalent. Why is Walmart, the data that Walmart is pulling from us, why is it equivalent to what the federal government is pulling from us? You got to question that. And here's a little conspiracy theory for you. If anybody goes back to remember, don't tell, don't say, see something, say something. Back then, a lot of stuff they consider conspiracy theory has all come true. So that's a way to just narcissistically flip guilty people, flip stuff around. I mean, some of them are way out there. I get that. But this now to the point, after the study that I did, now to the point of how Walmart is tracking you, taking your information, connecting to your MAC address, your Bluetooth, and now I proved it. I read it. I read the service agreement. Thank you, Kara. I read the security agreement that they once they're hooked up to your phone or in the app, you are being followed in the store. They know exactly where you are. When you stop, like I said in the video, at the power drills, bing, 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 you get a ping, and now you will be, as soon as you get home, as soon as you, or even while you're in the store, you'll get pop-ups if you're on the app for more things in that aisle. It's proven. That's what they're doing. Not only that, but I just had a whistleblower contact me today after the video who puts in the cameras, and we're going to discuss more. We had a short conversation. They're taking, as soon as you go in, not all of them have them, but I found one in Georgia and I made a video of it. The license plate readers, the flock camera, it's their license plate reader. I'm being told Lowe's is doing it too. That's what I love about this coalition. I will read. I'm sorry, guys. I got into on a tangent. Just bear with me. But here's a possible plausible conspiracy that the federal government, because they say this about Google, they say this about Meta, there's actually a federal government program, and I don't know proof about that they just prop up these puppets like Zuckerberg and all that. But the stuff that is going on there, it might be plausible that they are connected with the government, that the stuff that is so it's crazy that's going on in Walmart now, that it is the training program for the surveillance state that is coming with the data centers, with the flock cameras. If you didn't think what's going on in China would ever happen here, they just keep you distracted enough, or they're building it around us. Because what they're doing is they're taking one of the most trafficked stores. If you want to get people's information, where are you going to go? I used to have a fresh cut French fry business. I did 11 seasonings, and I always chose the fairs that had the most traffic. Why are you going to go to the fair that has 4,000 attendees on the weekend when I could go to the Habersham fair and get 125,000 in 5 days? If you want people's information, if you want to start databases going, you're going to go to the biggest retailer. So, all right, let's read. They want to see those noise pickers in action. Home Depot has flock. There you go. That's from Shaken Not Stirred. All right, get your comments in. I'm going to read now. Sorry, guys. Whoops, I moved the coalition. I got TT loading in. All right, what did you say? Let's read a little bit. Let's talk. Costco sucks. Hey, man. Every time I do a video, I get like 70% pro for what I'm showing, and you always have 30%. You know what I mean? That don't like the grocery store. It's much like our faith. You know what I mean? It's psychological. When we're connected emotionally to our faith because it relieves our fear of unaliving. You got to watch what you say on TT. You know what I mean? It gives us security. Our grocery store, we're going to save money. That's where I get my food. I save money there. I believe this is the one. I'm comfortable. I'm connected here. So if you rattle people, the only thing I say about Costco is I did a couple investigations there. I think I found a pork loin once, but for the most part, you're going to save more money there. My dad was forced out of management. This is a Husky mom. My dad on YT. My dad was forced out of management into retirement at 60. He went to independent. The teeth thing is a myth. They told us in school. I'm trying to remember when you tried to tax teeth. Oh, you guys are talking. Oh, there we go. Here's X. Is that Church or X Hirsch Mouse? The boycott will affect them for years. That's what we hope, guys. Dude, if we rattle the stock market over this, it's going to affect. It's going to affect them. We know, this is what we know. Hey, this is how I know Walmart is worried about us. Because the Sun News, anybody on here from 2 weeks ago, the Sun News reached out to me 3 weeks ago and did an interview, a phone interview with me. I spoke to her for 40 minutes. The actual editor reached out to me, right? And she said, "Hey, Jimmy, the video on the chicken where you found like six, I found total, I'll tell you off record, you won't find it in the videos because I didn't record every one I weighed. The one store I found 11 out of 21 that were underweight up to a half pound, 3/4 of a pound in the package. That's 60% of the batch I did in one store. I've been to about 5 or 6 stores. I found over 60 packages out of like 100 or whatever I did. I'd say 60 out of like 150. It's probably an average like 40%, 45%. Anyway, they reached out to me to do an interview and I did it. It was the editor. And then she was like, okay, this reporter's going to call you. Did the full interview. A week went by, nothing. I asked her, hey, what's going on? She said, Walmart I called Walmart to get some statements. And she was real young. You know what I mean? She wasn't like Justin Gray or Betty Lynn, nothing against her, but she's young. I don't know. It wasn't her fault because this is what happened. She's tried to get some questions. She asked them some questions to get some statements, and they immediately were like over the chicken videos, and immediately were like, "We need to talk. Put your editor on now." This is all I know. Is what she told me is they talked to the editor, and then they were in limbo on what they were going to do, and then she just reached out to me 3 days ago. I was like, "I'm sorry to tell you this, but my editor decided to drop the video. Why?" Why? I said, what did they tell you? I reached out to the editor first. This is what they're doing. This is what they do. They cut it instead of fixing the fucking problems. Sorry. And so I'm really fired up today. Instead of fixing the problems, they cut the information. They silenced the guy. They silenced the coalition of people who are exposing them. However they do it. I don't know what they said to that editor. I don't know if they said, hey, we're going to put a cease and desist on them. I don't know, dude. I have no idea what they said. Well, here's what the one thing. Hey, thanks, JJ, for the roses. Thanks for the gifts, guys. They're going to the trip. Anything gifted is going to the trip October. I'm traveling the country in the motorhome I live in, and I'm trying to get to you. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Also, methods in my bio. All kinds. That's all I'm saying. So she said, yeah, Walmart was like, how do we even know it was that our store, the floor looks different? They give they say crazy things. They are so empowered with greed and lust for money, and they have bamboozled the American people, the people all over the world, with all these class action lawsuits and bullshit that they just know. We just pay it and that's it, and we go back there, and they never admit they did anything wrong. That they have the gall, they have the audacity, they have the pride level to just be like, yeah, how do we know that was even our store? It says chicken. It says Walmart freaking chicken right on the package. I don't know if she meant the actual Sewanee, Georgia store that I was in. I don't know if they were doing the piece just on the Sewanee, Georgia store. I don't know that. I didn't get that. I'm just dropping it. But if that, I have proof of that. Because I ran up and right into this. I ran right in with my first. I was showing, if you saw the video where I got kicked out of Walmart, I was showing the time of the day and service. The service center was closed at 6:30 at night. It was 7 by the time I made the video. And then I went back in. This is how I kind of got in trouble. Is I was just with my camera, and I was yelling. I went into the store because I went back in. I was like, let me get the store information. Because in customer service, right up on the left there, if you're staring at the desk, is all the work papers, the permits and all that. It says the Sewanee store and all that on there. I took my phone and got that video. I could prove to her what store it was. But regardless, the point is Walmart somehow got the Sun to drop it. They have 65 million viewers. Somehow they got them to do it. Whether they threatened them, whether they paid them, I won't ever know. The editor won't get back and answer me. So it is what it is. Yeah, this is Matthew Ronson on YT said conspiracy theory is now spoiler alerts, right? Lowe's and Home Depot are corrupt. I know, guys. If we do this for Walmart, guys, if we are successful, please get the word out there. Please get it in, make videos, do whatever you got to do. Tell people, get out in the streets, boycott signs. If we are successful with this in any means, we will have boycotting power. Well, then we can hit another one. Regardless of how effective we are on this, which we've already been effective, the stock is dropping over lots of different reasons. We are a percentage of it. Over 170 million views on our videos in the last 6 months on 4 platforms. The word is out there about Walmart. They hate me. Paid them, Brian says. Probably. They probably paid them. I don't know. I don't want to discredit the Sun News if they're watching. It was nice almost doing business with you. I don't know. The USA Today didn't give, Betty Lynn Fisher didn't give a shit. She pushed them. Give us an answer. Justin Gray at Channel 2 News here with Domino was like, give us an answer. And then whenever Domino said, well, we check all our scales on a weekly basis, and we caught them lying and forced them to withdraw product. Oh, they didn't have to withdraw product, but forced them to recalibrate their scales, admit that they were, well, we had a whistleblower admit that they changed with Domino sugar, the sugar that I found up to 3. You have to go back, go on my profile page, watch all the videos, please share them out. But we caught Domino. I found bags, hundreds of bags. I have so many videos on it. And I didn't even show all the footage because you can't make a video too long or it won't go anywhere. But hundreds of bags up to 3 ounces. Me anyway, after Justin Gray told me, hey, I talked to them. They gave that statement, but they were shitty, man. They were snarky. They were like, so I said, oh, yeah, we'll see. And I went out and found more. But we had a whistleblower say what they were doing is once the bags are sealed at Domino, he said, I work in the processing center on the same bags. And he said, I've been following you for a while. I've been following the coalition. And what they do is after the bags are sealed, they go over conveyor, then they're weighed. They had it set to 2 ounces over. Thank you, Woods, for the title gifter. They had the scale, the calibration set at 2 ounces over and 2 ounces under. After the viral videos, they put it back to 0 where it was supposed to be. Hold on, I got to turn on my air. So, I don't know what happened with the sun, but it just goes to show you. We'll keep going. I don't care. I'm not stopping. We're not stopping in any way. So if we are successful with this boycott, we will be able to go to the next one and the next one and the next one. And wherever we end up on this one, we'll come back. We're not stopping. We're at almost 700,000 members now. You guys getting the videos out there, attracting other members, getting them into the faces of the corporations, getting them into the faces of the media. There's nothing like this happening on social media. I'm getting goosebumps. You see that? You guys thank me all the time. You guys thank me all the time, but you guys don't understand how grateful I am. If it wasn't for you guys doing what you do, we would not exist. I always say I'd be some guy griping and complaining that his chicken didn't weigh what it said on the package. Oh my God. And I made a mistake, man. I was so tired. Did you see the video I put out? One, I called it a brisket. It wasn't a brisket. I'm one person. And I was so tired from editing. I had like 3 hours sleep. I did the calculations wrong on that piece of meat. It was more like $2.40. I put the price back into the weight, not the $9. So that video I said would have been more effective and got further reach if I didn't screw that up. I need an editor in chief, man, to look over my stuff, man. I'm one ADHD guy. Tired. We need to boycott a gas station next, Jimmy. Right on, Big E. So here's what I got coming down the line. I haven't ordered it yet, but it's in my queue. I'm about to order a 5-gallon bucket with the measurements on it. Because I used to do videos on gas stations on the first campaign we did where I was testing for E15 gas, and then I measured it in a 32-ounce bottle. We need way more than that. I knew that. I knew that. I learned that as I kept going. I mean, because people were saying after about 3 gallons, they were getting air. So we're going to go out, and then I have a siphon I'm going to buy that I can then siphon out of the bucket right back into my car. But we're going to start doing that. We'll boycott whoever. We just need to be successful. Unfortunately, we took on Walmart. And the reason we took on Walmart is because they are the #1 violator out of any of the videos I made, any investigations on not just short weighting, everything. And I don't care. I get it all the time, man. It doesn't matter if they don't weigh and label it. It is a weights and measures violation for a grocery store to be selling food items to sell product that is underweight in the package. And if it's one item like those tomatoes, when we go on investigations like the Great Value Shrimp, like the Kentucky Legend hams, like the chicken I just did. What else is there? I'm missing another one in Walmart. The Great Value Bacon. They see my videos. They just canceled. They just got a news organization, the Sun News, to not do a reporter a piece, a story on that chicken. How they did it, what they did, I don't know. They watch everything that we do. You know. No, I forget where I was going with all that. All right. Yeah, we can't video in the store. Somebody tell me how this is jacked up. I do. I mean, they never did anything about it until Damon Darling. Oh, but that's one of the reasons we decided to boycott now, is when that stuff happened with Damon Darling and myself over the Kentucky Legend, myself and Cavell Cavan, who is on, he's on all four of the platforms, the big four, we call them. I got to watch what I say on TT. But he has a couple million followers. He has a bunch of different channels. Him and he reached out to me. And he was a big supporter, man, with all his followers. He was reposting the videos and getting them out there. He's a great dude, man. So we developed some, a social media relationship, social media friendship. We talked about when the time's right, man. I said, I'm just waiting for a spark, dude. I said, whenever it happens. And I almost did it over a couple things with Walmart, I wanted to do it over the shrimp. But when that thing happened, I hit the chicken. I just found that chicken a few weeks back that multiple up to 60 packages underweight in the package out of like 150 that I batches at 150 total or 175 total out of the 6 or 8 batches I did, whatever it was. And then that stuff happened with Damon Darling, and then their stock would it's the perfect storm. So they've been losing revenue ever since we announced the boycott a couple weeks ago, since the Damon Darling stuff happened 3 days before that. That's why I called Cavell. I got a hold of Cavell and was like, it's time to do it, man. Are you in? He was like, I told you I'm in. We're in. And then we grabbed Sup America. There are a couple other people that said they're going to jump in. They might have made videos, but you guys never really connected with me. I don't mean to leave you out. You got to let me know that you're making videos or mention me or tag me so I can. I was repurposing the videos and showcasing the people the large creators. Nicole's here that were helping. Yeah, but we can't video in the store. That was never a problem with all this freaking. There are tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of videos of people making pranks in the store, following. Oh, thank you for the gift, Betsy. I appreciate that on YT. You guys are tapping over here. They never said anything. What I used to read, Kara, thank you. What I used to read online was that it's a privately owned public space. So basically, unless they tell you you can't. But after that stuff with Damon Darling, if they do it to me, if they trespass me, I mean, that has to look bad. Like I said, what they just did with the U.S. or the U.S. Sun, the Sun News, somehow they got them to not publish the article on the chicken. And it didn't sound like they were calling me a liar. They were just saying it. Yeah, I guess they were. They were saying, how do we know it's our store? I don't know. I don't know the actual truth. But it looks bad. Instead of fixing the freaking problems, they try to eliminate people. And I hope, well, never mind. I see that, Mike Camp. Worldwide. Welcome in, Nicole. Yes, are we doing it in California? It's a worldwide boycott. We had New Zealand in here earlier. We had Puerto Rico. Canada is like 20% of our coalition are Canadians. Yeah, we're in this together. That's what I mean. This reaches across race. This reaches across political party. It reaches across gender, sexual orientation, and even country borders. This affects us all. If we can't stand up, guys, the surveillance state is coming. Come on now. It's not conspiracy theory. The data centers are coming in. The flock cameras are coming in. People are cutting them down. AI, it's AI. Guys, when we were before AI, it was all conspiracy theory. And that was the things. There's a lot of like ChatGPT. I use it. I use it every day. If I didn't have a ChatGPT, I wouldn't get anything done. I'm old and my brain doesn't work half the time. But there's going to be some good things with AI in the medical field, but then there's some dangers, and these are the security state, man. What they're able to do, what Walmart is doing now, like I just put the video on, that's just 2.5 minutes of a documentary I'm making. What Walmart is doing, they're tracking you online, they're tracking you on the app, they're tracking you with Bluetooth, they're tracking you in location, and they're tracking you in the store is the most draconian thing I ever seen. That's why I made that video and got it out today before the boycott. It's insane. All the stores don't have the license plate readers yet. I found one in Georgia and went and I investigated it myself. They are taking a. I read the privacy letter. If you haven't seen the video yet, or you're coming in because you've seen that video, the privacy letter or the privacy notice, they state it all in there. How they are tracking. They're picking up your Bluetooth, your MAC address. If you have your Bluetooth on, if you connect to the Wi-Fi, or if they're pulling it off your MAC address, you are being tracked around the store. When you stop somewhere, they know where you stopped. And then they are marketing you over that. They're taking data. He likes that. She likes this. Let's get him that. Let's get him. That's insane. That's the AI tech. They spent over $16 billion to build this AI tracking with AI cameras and AI forecasting and AI programs. To grab your phone is intrusive. If we don't start standing up for this, guys, we need to start. The data centers are down the road. I mean, there's people protesting that, I know, but I'm telling you, man, if we don't stop this with Walmart, if we don't stop these other stores from doing this, if we don't start making stands, I'm not talking about 80 people in a. Let me turn my air off. I'm not talking about 80 people in a town hall meeting on a data center, man. I mean, in the streets. I mean, they just have us so distracted. They have us distracted with online and working too much. And I don't know what it's going to take, man. I'm doing everything I can to try to unite us and get us together. All right, let me read some more. Patriots need to keep cutting down flock camera. There you go. I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble on that on TT. That's what we have to do, man. I don't condone violence in any way. I condone bank account violence. That's what we're doing. I condone going after a corporation's bank account, the money. $45 million class action lawsuits. Who knows that the federal government doesn't put a cap on it? Who knows that the federal government isn't involved, like I just said a few minutes ago, involved the flock? How do I know the federal government? How do we know the federal government isn't involved in this? It seems the things I just described that it would be plausible that Walmart is a training ground with all the traffic and collecting data, see how we can surveillance them, see how we can control them, see how we can for the surveillance state that's coming to this country. Nicole says, of course, exactly, And those are just my thoughts and my opinions. If you disagree or think it's crazy, it might be. I don't know. Worse things have happened. It's insane where it's going with AI and what they're doing. $16 billion they spend on all those programs, all those cameras, all this to market you and control you and sell you more to alter pricing, proven by Chris, the producer, proven you'll pay more than they will because you can. And I saw this on his documentary, even poor, this is rich versus poor. It doesn't just mean because it isn't just tailored to you because you're wealthier or they know your yearly income, or they see the expensive products you're buying. They're targeting like if a lower income area doesn't have a Staples, right? Because you can't get office supplies, they'll jack up the office. If you try to order online, the Walmart online, a 3-ring binder and other things, like office supply stuff, they're going to jack it up because they know you're desperate. This stuff's getting crazy, man. We are being treated like sheep. We're being treated like cattle. We're being treated like slaves on a tax farm at this point. Desensitization, right, Katie? Let me read on YT. We have to boycott cell phones and turn them off for a certain amount of time. Would that help? Yeah, don't go in Walmart with the cell phone on. Get a Faraday bag. I'm trying to get funding for things. I got to watch what I say on here because I'm planning on going across the country. There's ways of just saying my bio if you'd like to help. Don't forget Demand Letter Pro. I partner with them. You guys hear me say it on here. They can see it, guys. That's why this is up here. Demand Letter Pro, Mr. Gray on TikTok. I love saying Mr. Gray. He has partnered with me not only just because proceeds to every order for a demand letter for like a tenth of what a retainer would cost with a real attorney. Um, a small portion of it goes to help the funding for what I do, pay for gas and for this trip coming up. But but there's other ways that I'm trying to get for this trip. I'm trying to get funding for the trip. I got to be careful what I say on TT. I already got our live is back up and running. They got me the other day for whatever I said. Yes, be careful. We need you. Thank you, Kate. I mean I am. There's no way I'm going to stop. I mean, it's obviously the way this has happened, going from 40,000 followers to now almost 700 members on 4 platforms, is there's obviously something going on I'm supposed to do, and I believe in that. You know, so I will be careful. Hey Trey, they're good. Crinkle up tinfoil. Yeah, you can make your own Faraday. You can. Just I think 40 sheets or more of aluminum foil. Slide it in there. You speak for us. Thank you, Jojo. But you speak for me as well. You guys get the videos out there. So you're speaking for me. I mean, we do this together. That's our motto. We do this together. Together we create change. If you are new here, if you're coming in because of the video, like you see that I'm live, welcome. If you followed what they call following, you're a member now. Please check out our website. It's not fully functional, but C.O.C.A. COCA Revolution.org. Mr. Gray has done an amazing job with that. That's why I partner with Demand Letter Pro. So promo code COCA, C-O-C-A, guys. Go check out their site. Like if you're having a squabble, with anything, if you need, oh, thank you, Nicole. You're having problems with insurance, like a auto warranty policy, anything. The small stuff will get done. The small stuff gets done. I sat down and talked to them about their track record. Usually everything, because it's a real attorneys he's partnered with. So that, hey, Nicole Marie, I saw your video you made. She made a video. I saw that. Don't listen to the naysayers. I saw that too. They give me the flack. Yeah, but he partners with attorneys. It's literally, I'm gonna say a number, not a dog, 247 around there. 247. That's it. No retainer for 2000. And most of the things, the attorneys will go back and forth, and they also don't know that it's coming from a service. They get it's directly from an attorney. And most things like that, small things like that, and even the bigger things can get worked out immediately. He was telling me about a roofer ripped somebody off, boom, and a couple emails. They see it means business. People are going to give you flack over problems like that until they see something from an attorney. So Demand Letter Pro, promo code COCA, C-O-C-A. Gas boycott about gouging. Yeah. So I was just saying, oh, you were in Biggie. I'm about to get out there and start testing some gas stations. Whoa, what is all this green? Holy crap. Shiznit. Yakar, what is that? Yakar sent. Holy shit. Your car bought 20 gift memberships on YT. Guys, thank you for subscribing on YT. I know I've lagged on getting you special videos out. I've been so busy with the boycott. I appreciate that, guys. I haven't been able to get it set up properly, but I have my subscriptions up. It's like $7.99. That helps fund what I do. It's going to help fund the trip. In October. I'll be visiting you guys. Bro, thank you, man. Bro, I hope you're still in here. Are you still here? I was wondering what all those green ats are at. He bought 20 Coca gift memberships. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. But the people, there's been at least 20 people that got subscriptions. Guys, you can get subscriptions on here too, if you like, on TT as well. It helps with funding. I'll try to get some. I know you guys are lenient with me because the work that we do is important. I'm tired. I already feel like I did 5 months. I did 5 months in the first coalition. Kroger, we called out Kroger for the grab and go cheese. Is he still here? I hope he's still here, man. Say something. Is he still here? Everybody's thanking him, bro. That just blew me away. Yeah, he's here. I'm still here. Thanks, brother. I see you. I love what you do. That is from Anton Daniels and the Bag Chasers on YouTube. We love you, bro. Wait. I won't remember that. Hold on. Bro, I don't have a memory, man. I'm gonna look you up, man. Wait, let me get my phone out. Just bear with me, TT. Guys, check him out. Wait, I gotta take a picture. Bang, gotcha. All right. So check out. Always you scratch my back. You don't have to scratch for me to scratch yours. I'm just saying, man. Darren, Mr. Gray, and I were talking about this, man. I'm the same way, man. I appreciate you. Guys, check out the Bag Chasers on YT. If you're on YT, guys, you see them there, check them out. Give them some love, follow them, check them out, see what they're about. I will be checking you out, man. Thank you, bro. I thank you. A lot of people didn't understand. I used to get a lot of flack in the beginning. People would be like, "Well, why would you?" We're launching our 501(c). It's a nonprofit. It costs a lot of money. I want to be able to get to. I mean, gas is what gets me the most. And then this trip, the special. I got to watch what I say. The me GF me is almost 40% there. I set it for 4G for gas to cross around the trip. So thank you guys that have been hitting that. It's in my profile, in my bio. But I mean, I want to be I want to be able to go buy, like when I did the Kentucky, or I did the Great Value shrimp, and I proved that they were underweight when you deglaze them up to 6 ounces a bag, and they were putting the smaller 5160 shrimp in with the 4151s or the 5160s, and then they were double and almost triple glazing it for weight. I proved that. I bought 13 bags alone. That was like 300 and some dollars. So, we're getting to the point. We already have people check out our website. Thank you, man. He just blew me away. It's just cool when it's just the fact that he just reached out and did that. And that's what got me. It just said, we love what you do. And that's support right there, man. Words of affirmation are my love language. So if you want to get me, it's just thanks, man, for the support. I appreciate it. But we've just launched the website. It's not fully operational at C.O.C.A. revolution.org, but we have Tina Cooks from Instagram, and our friend Kara, my friend Kara on TT. People are talking about doing test kitchen stuff, so you can do that, make videos, and we're going to put you in there. We'll put you in the website, and you can compare. We're all about consumer protection. We are each other's consumer protection advocates. We've proven that. We have gone around all this BS with these government agencies like Weights and Measures. I get that over and over. 30% of the comments are always, why don't you go to Weights and Measures? I did with the Kentucky Legend scandal. When I found Kentucky Legend hams that were double the weight, like $24 for what should be a 9 to 12 pound ham, double the weight, 5 pounds. They were saying some of them were 1.85. It was more than double. And then they lied and said it was only a small window that escaped and got to the store. When I knew, whistleblowers told me. Whistleblowers, that's what I mean. We networked so fast over that whistleblowers were calling in and saying, one guy said, I'm in Michigan, I work at Walmart, I got a whole case up here. And other people were showing pictures. Here's one here in Maryland, and here's one in Texas. That we are a network now. We are a safety net. And I called Weights and Measures on it. I posted on my my TikTok live. I posted the number up there, and at the time we were still like 100, maybe 80, 60,000, 75,000 and growing. What's up, Electric? And I called. I left messages. I left from the director on down phone messages. I left voicemails. Or emails. I attached videos. They never did anything. And then Justin Gray, when he teamed up with us of the Domino Sugar thing, he reached out to them, and they still never contacted me. So the point is, we have developed a working system where we take matters into our own hands around government BS. Yeah, they could find them too, but they're not doing anything, at least here in Georgia. And if they want to contact me, Justin Gray said they contacted him about doing a piece, and he was talking about me coming along with them. I will. I just whatever. Need some answers, man. You know. So the point being, we go around it all. We get things fixed. We got that fixed. Kentucky Legend made a statement. It was bullshit. They said it was the 5-minute window. I went out and found more. You guys got them out there. We have a system. You guys get the videos out there. We catch media to help us. Blah blah blah. It ended up. They made another statement after I found that other ham weeks later, and they admitted, okay, we're gonna check everything. Same like Domino. We found there's a pattern to how these corporations work after we call them out. There's times when we call them out on a mistake and they fix that, like one bag here, but there's time investigations. The Kentucky Legend was first. And then the internet, then they did a voluntary withdrawal. And I'm about to do a documentary on this because there's still a scandal. After I found that last ham, I pointed into the camera, I shoved the ham in the camera and said, Walmart, because everybody says, and Walmart said that's what Walmart did. That's why they have the purveyors weigh and label. It is advantageous for Walmart for a lot of reasons. Have the purveyors weigh and label everything. One, it cuts on labor. They already cut the meat managers out in 2020, 4,500 gone. Don't need you anymore. We don't need quality control. We don't need that. Loyal customers. Who cares? Feed the sheep or feed the cattle. Feed them whatever. They'll buy it. They'll keep coming back. They got rid of those. So it's advantageous for them because the purveyors, it cuts labor. They have the purveyors weigh and label everything. It's advantageous for them for that because they cut labor or they cut their labor. Two, whenever they're called out by an organization like us, Coalition of Consumer Advocates, like we did, that's what they did. Them, we don't have anything to do with it. When it is a weights and measures violation for them to have. I called them out. I shoved the ham and said, Walmart, you are 100% responsible for what's in your stores. After that, within 3 days, they got on the phone with Kentucky Legend and they worked the whole PR thing out. This is what you're going to do. You're going to do a voluntary withdrawal, not a recall. And then you're going to donate the hams on all the stores. It's supposed to be. And then you're going to donate the hams to food banks. Because then you'll look like, and we'll look like, that we care about the needy, and we're going to give all these hams that are still in good condition to feed people, when in retrospect, they get a tax write-off for it all. Okay? And then here's the scandal. You know, we thought we won at that point. Here's the scandal. I go back hey Wendy, I go back to the Walmart that I found. Thank you for the gift. The Walmart that I found this for 8 ham, the Buford Walmart in Buford, Georgia, and I went in. It was day 2 of the withdrawal. There shouldn't be any in there for at least a week. They gotta withdraw them all. They gotta get them to the food banks. They gotta recalibrate their scales, like they said in their second statement, and fix their policies and procedures and and do all that, and then reweigh hams and relabel hams and rebox hams and put them on trucks and get them out to stores. Second day, I go in and find them in the exact same damn Walmart. Still there. I make a video about it. Everybody starts saying, hey, I work at Walmart. My manager had me put them in the cooler until the withdrawal was over, and we pulled them back out too. That's what we do, guys. That's what we have. That is Coalition of Consumer Advocates. They can't stop the masses. This is ant bully, dude. There's too many of us. There are more of us than there are of them. We got to take the power back. So I start making videos. I go in again, and guess what? Food manager Ronnie and the GM. This is a GM thing too. Let's talk about GMs at Walmart and what they do. Oh, thank you, brother. And if I'm missing gifts over here on YT, thank you guys. I'm sorry. It's hard to watch both, but I appreciate you. So I walk in and I'm making a video, and both the GM and the food manager was in the first video I ever made where I took the hams to him and was like, bro, here's 8 hams after I made the video. Here's 8 hams. And then I had my camera in my pocket filming him. I'm like talking to him like, what? So don't you guys have policies and procedures to prevent this thing? Leather's here. Um, and he said, apparently we don't. You can go watch that video. It's pinned. It's pinned on TT. I know that. So I come running up with the camera instead of my pocket and shove it in both their faces and go, what are you doing? Why are the Kentucky Legend? Oh, what? The Kentucky Legend hams. They're on recall. A voluntary withdrawal. Why are they in the store? Oh, I didn't know. The one manager went that way. Food manager Ronnie ran to the beeline to the front. And then this guy, the general manager, starts, oh, let me check. And I thought he was going to check for real. This is back when I still had trust in Walmart managers. I didn't know how sinister and what they're trained to do. Deflect, blame shift, lie, and what's the word? Point you towards corporate. Don't answer anything. So I'm following them like, yeah, if you got a credit for these, you're selling this for 100% profit right now. And they were doing it all. And then that's when that's when you guys started sending in pics, taking pics. Look, this cooler's empty. They don't have them here. This cooler's full. They have them here. You know what I mean? Canada. I'm in Toronto. Look, I remember Toronto. I remember somebody specifically from Toronto taking a picture and saying, here they are. So here's the thing. Was this Walmart corporate? Here's the scandal, and I still want to get it. I want to find an honest attorney out there that isn't only after the big ones. I've been reached, dozens of attorneys have reached me. And I always say, I want to do this. I wanted somebody to investigate the Walmart shrimp. Oh, we want the big one. They wanted the Domino's sugar. I found 4 ounces of the powdered sugar. No, what about, I want somebody, an honest attorney. All you have to do is get all the sales records from that time period to see who was selling Kentucky Legend hams in their store. It's an open and shut case, right? I'm not an attorney. So was it Walmart? Was it Kentucky Legend? Was it both of them? They say, hey, we're going to say this. We'll let the stores do whatever they want. And however it lands, it lands. Because there were people that got them. There were people also saying, hey, I just went to my local food bank and I got some Kentucky Legend hams. Thanks for doing what you did. I guarantee there is shadiness there. They were getting it was reported that it was $750,000 to $1 million in product that was removed or taken out of stores and donated to food banks. But how do we know now? They were making 100% profit. So was it from corporate, or both corporates? Or was this the store managers? Let me tell you why. This is what Walmart sets up. Everything they do is shady. They set up almost a temptation or license to steal for these GMs. The average GM makes $160,000 a year. Tracy, thank you. That was the only time I ever saw a GM on the floor. 160,000 a year with a possible 200% bonus. A lot of it has to do with shrinking. 200%. What is that? I think it's 100. It's 120,000 a year, 160. Anywhere they can make up to like 360,000 to 400,000 a year. That's why you go in Walmart and see the bloated packages of chicken with bacteria in it and the yellow sticker on it. Or you see the brown. I just saw the brown meat the other day when I made the video of the brisket or whatever that was. Thank you, Tracy, for the donuts. That goes for the trip in October. I'm coming to you. Not everybody, but I'm traveling America in the motorhome. I live in my motorhome. So where was I? Yeah. So was that on the manager? It was like, hey man, some of these managers are like, I'm gonna hit my bonus, man, for that case of apple juice that Johnny knocked over with the pallet jack that we lost, or that pallet of apple juice that Johnny tipped over onto the floor and broke. I don't know, but there's a scandal there, and that's what Walmart does. All right, let's read. Wait, I gotta turn on my air. Thank you for the gifts. Let's not forget. If you were coming in, we are boycotting Walmart. Anybody have any questions about the boycott? Why we're doing it? What it's about? Go ahead and get your questions up. I'm going to start. Jimmy gets it, right? Show, don't tell. We need a lot more of this kind in the influencer. I'm just reading a note that came over. I don't know if that was from one of the videos or you guys said it here. But if you're doing, but if you are doing Patreon, I was already boycotting. A lot of the people said that. That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm ready. Who else ready? We are boycotting starting tomorrow. I boycotted. Let's get some action in here. Where are you guys from? Are you boycotting? That's what gets us out on the live, especially on TT tapping. You guys, I got people that just took over on YT the other day. They're helping make this thing go. I got to study more on how it works. Um, class action, class action lawsuit. We want to go past. We're going past that money wise. Class action lawsuit. The last one was 45 million. It takes them 33 minutes to revenue that. We're hoping with the boycott that we're able, if we get half the people that shop at Walmart to shop somewhere else, that we will be able to get them for 7 billion of the 14 billion they usually revenue in a week. I believe that there's probably some sort of government cap. I mean, the Pepsi collusion case was kicked out of federal court by a certain administration. That's how I say it in here because I don't like to fight. I like to unite over, especially like over this stuff. Texas is boycotting. This is TT. Georgia is boycotting. Who else? North Carolina. Lenny in Ohio. Heart of Gold in North Carolina. Cat Lady in Kansas City is boycotting. Shell in South Carolina says yes. Boycotting in Kentucky. That's Brian. What's up, Brian? Yes, I am, says Dolores. Pittsburgh. What are you doing down there in Pittsburgh? You's going down there to the Bucko game and that. You's going to drink some Iron Cities. Go to Permani Brothers. Virginia here. Diane from Virginia. Who else we got? What's YT? Maine is boycotting. From Michelle in Maine is boycotting. Who else we got? We got Z23KG71SRY in Georgia is boycotting. That's it, guys. Spread the word. Get it out. Yeah, Yin's boycott. Yin's boycotting that. I'm from Pittsburgh originally. Connecticut, Massachusetts. Same here from San Antonio. Up there in Pittsburgh and that. Nunya. Washington and Arizona, Colorado. It's bootleg in Colorado. Pamela, who got a subscription. Somebody bought her. That is so awesome, dude. I don't know why YouTube YT as much. Dallas, I'm learning, guys. Thank you for the subscriptions and everything, man. That is so cool, dude. I'm still blown away by that. Stephanie in Massachusetts is boycotting. Boycotted True Yinzer. My friend will come in. Steph, or no, who's that? Tracy. My friend Skeeby will come in. He's my childhood friend from Pittsburgh. He's usually, I forgot to tell him I was going live. I'm a true Yinzer. Alton in Tennessee is boycotting. What is that? Lemon Negri in Chicago. Chickasaw is boycotting. We got we're lagging here on YT. We got Exo Lady Luck Exo in Las Vegas is boycotting. Baker Pierre, Tioga County, Pennsylvania. I remember Tioga County is boycotting. We got Corey in Ohio is boycotting. Empowered 1222 Northern Arizona is boycotting. We have people from New Zealand in here. We always have, who's here from Canada? Who else? I'm coming over here. We got back up here. Who else we got boycotting? I don't want to miss anybody. Alton in Tennessee. We got the Dugo. Employees are boycotting. Say what? Say some more about that. We got Walmart employees that are boycotting. See, if you saw my video today, man, it was about you guys. There's been so many class action lawsuits on discrimination against the employees. The pay wages right now. Somebody said $14.50 is a living wage. That's not a living wage. Capping you so you can't get benefits. 90,000 employees on food stamps. This company Walmart increased from like 16.5 to 18.5 or whatever it was, $2 billion. They increased 2.5 billion, increased last year. Well, we're all suffering. Well, we're all struggling with inflation and gas prices. They are increasing profits. And then they're putting them into AI forecasting and AI cameras to market you and market you instead of putting a single dime into quality control to watch pricing, to watch digital pricing, to watch make sure pricing is right, and to make sure there's sort rating and many other things in the store. All right, what do we got? Florida is boycotting. Alton in Tennessee is boycotting. I got Chicago already. Hey, brother, what's up, Smokey? We got Jake from Wisconsin. Thank you for opening our eyes. Thank you for getting the videos out there. We are a coalition. That's how it works. We do it together. Man, you guys are tapping. How many taps do we have on? Are we near 100,000 taps on TT? Holy shiznit. We're near 100,000 taps on TT. You guys are warriors. That's it. That gets me fired up. Way to go, guys. South Park. Me from South Park, PA is boycotting. Employees in Conyers, bro. In Conyers, do you know one of the videos in there during the Kentucky Legend I did in there. I was going down there to ADMA plasma. I was donating plasma down there to make some extra money while I was doing these, for gas money. The videos in the beginning, and I filmed in there a couple times. I walked up to one of the guys in the meet, heavy set guy with dreads, and I didn't film it. I just let his voice in there. He was just telling. He went back and actually got me a ham during the boycott. Don't tell me it was you. He went back there and got me a ham. So they had him in the cooler too. But I'm not saying they weren't going to donate him to a food bank. I know that Conyers, Walmart, Florida here. That's Rex Bruce from Florida. Florida is boycotting. Ryan, 90K employees of Walmart are on EBT makes sense, right? Right? 90,000. People are struggling, man. And they increase profits by $2 billion. When does Walmart have a break-even year? When does Walmart get their break-even year? When did they get their setback year? Increasing profits in this economy. We've been, Kara, thank you, hon. We have been in inflation for as of March of 2026. We have been in inflation for over 5 years now. Back at a new peak. Back getting close to COVID levels. Gas prices are out of control. We need to rise up, guys. There are power in numbers. So that's why I'm uniting people. That's why I don't bicker about politics in here. I don't like it. I don't. I understand. I'm not even going to get on. I don't even want to get this far into it. But we got to start finding things to unite on. It's rich versus poor. At least on this. This affects everybody. Table this other stuff for a week, man. Let's get together and do this. They don't screw us like Walmart does. Nobody does. Nobody does. I proved it in video after video after video. We the people, Brian. That was my first boycott video. We the people. We have to, guys. We the people. And when the Constitution was written, we the people doesn't mean that the government has given authority to the people. We the people, stated in the Constitution when it was written, means that we the people have allocated authority to the federal government. Okay, we have allowed them to represent us, to have the authority. We elect them. We given the government authority. See, in the beginning, in the Constitution, when the Constitution was written, when the federal government was created, it was created to support the states, not the states to support the federal government. That has flipped to where the federal government is a monster. And we're sitting here begging, where's the regulations on Walmart? Why are these companies allowed to short weight? Why does one guy with a camera have to create an organization and a following and a membership to a coalition to do the stuff that the federal government's supposed to do, that the state government's supposed to do? Why? Why is that? Because of kickbacks? Because of funding? Because of cuts? All of the above? Why? I don't care why. We're doing it. I'm not waiting around anymore. I'm not waiting for weights and measures. I'm not waiting for attorneys to rake in all the money on a $45 million class action lawsuit. And then you and I get $13 rebate check. And then 30% of them aren't even claimed. I'm not waiting on that, man. We're going to sit by and we've just been trained to wait. Like the frog in the boiling water. Everything's coming upon us, man. They're building the data centers. They're building the flock cameras. They're building the fence right around us. Walmart is basically a training center for these AI programs, the AI cameras, the surveillance state. Why is Walmart, if you haven't seen the video, if you're coming in from the video, you just saw it on TT or on YT, why is Walmart at the equivalent of gathering our information and surveilling us like our federal government? It's a grocery store, for God's sakes. What the hell is going on? Why are they allowed that much jurisdiction to infringe in our personal privacy? Why? It makes no sense. Be distracted. Just get on and scroll. Work 80 hours a week. You don't have time to think about it. No more, man. No more. No more. We have to rise up. We have to show that we have a voice. It's such a simple, thank you, Diane. It's such a simple, fundamental, it's so simple. We just don't go. We just don't give them any money for a week. We have to wake people up to even want to think about that. It's so simple. We don't have to fill in any paperwork. We don't have to rally. We just don't give them money. Part of it is our problem. It's our fault. We consume too much. And I'm not being judgmental. I became a minimalist, and that was because I was homeless. And it worked out that way. You know, I'm in a motorhome now, but I just adapted that lifestyle. It was less responsibility. And I am not floating my boat or sitting on a high horse, but we're just emotions. It makes us feel better. I need to feel better. I work it too much. Everything's a problem in this country, and I have gas, and I can't afford food. I just need something to feel good. Thank you, Tracy, for the gift. But guys, that's all we have to do. It's not give them any money for a week. It's so simple. Shop somewhere else. Get your oil change somewhere else. And then if we show them, if a organization such as Coalition of Consumer Advocates, if you have followed on any of the, thank you, Tracy. If you have followed on any of the platforms, the four that we're on, the big four, you will remember. Okay. And most of the members consist of you guys being activists in the luxury of your own home. Ooh, Jimmy just got a new video. Yep. Comment. Hate it. Let's get them. Oh, yeah. Back and forth to people. Like, share, repost. You're an activist. We just got it out into the faces. We have taken down 5 corporations, some dramatically and some they've fixed it quickly. Kroger and the grab and go cheese, Domino's sugar, up to the Kroger cheese was hundreds of bags that I found, up to 6 ounces short on a 12-ounce bag, hundreds of them. They flew the president. Go watch the videos. They flew the president in over it because we relentlessly kept putting videos out. They can't deny it. You just keep putting them out. That one only got 20,000 views. All right, here's another one. That one got 80,000. Here's another one. That one got 975,000 views on one platform. Dude, we have a system, guys. We have a technique. You know, we're doing things. Domino's Sugar, Kentucky Legend, Aldi fixed theirs, and they called me in 8 hours over the lunch meat that I found. And then 9 Lives called me in 3 days. I bet they hate you. They probably do. What are you going to do? You know? And I feel bad because, this week might hurt some employees, but I mean, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? What are you going to do? We have to start rising up. We have to. We have to start rising up in this country over stuff like that. We're just too busy, too distracted. It's the water and it's the frog in the boiling water. Pretty soon it's going to be too late. You know? All right, let's read some comments. Finally, somebody doing something about our food. Hey, Carrie, we're doing it together. We do this together. Together, we create change. We found the system. We go around government bureaucracies. It's just a guy makes a videos and investigates, and you guys get them out there. Now you guys are investigating. How many videos are you guys seeing now of people weighing stuff? How many videos? There was 1 or 2 when I found that first pack of chicken on the internet that I ever saw. There was one for great value bacon. That was 2 years prior to that. There was somebody else maybe with chicken. They're everywhere now. Everybody's doing it. We have done that. You have done that. You have done that. You guys have done that. It's something to be proud about. But more than proud, it makes you feel a bit of security. It makes us feel like we have some control. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of being forced what to do, told what to do. Less this, less that. Suck it up. Well, these corporations are buried in money. All right, let's read on YT. I've been neglecting YT. I got off the hamster wheel a long time ago, says Pamela. Craft eccentricity. Here we are using the very thing that's us. I can't say that on TT. Technology. I know. What are you gonna do? But it's working. We have to. I use ChatGPT. I admit that. I have to. I would never ever be able to get the information I get to do this research without it. But then places like there'll be good stuff. There'll be a lot of good things. We'll probably live longer in the next 5 years because of health, the medical field with AI. But Walmart's the example of taking advantage of people already. These other corporations with AI forecasting and AI cameras and AI surveillance on your online orders on your in your phone. I showed you in that video. You're as soon as you go in, they're trying to hook to your Bluetooth. They got your Bluetooth, or they got you on the Wi-Fi, or they got you in the app. They're following around the store, tracking everywhere you go, and then they're marketing if you stop by the dresses. If you stop by cat food, they know you have a cat. That's why the cat food's in one aisle probably, and the dog food's in another. Not cat food and dog food. So they know which aisle you're in. I had a whistleblower. He's contacting me. We're still talking. He puts those cameras in. Ah, talk about getting it straight from the horse's mouth. Um, Summertime Sweet Tea says I only need two things from Walmart, and both things I can purchase elsewhere. Yeah, I mean, I get you, man. There's certain things to the RV that I gotta order from the Big A. You know, we just do our best, man. That's why we're concentrating on 1 week. 1 week to hit them for 7 billion, half of what they are expecting to get. Their stock is already down over 14% this month. 14% this month. Everybody want to look it up, see if it's changed? I think it was 14.3. They announced 9% in the last quarter. We're having an effect. People are tired. I'm keeping myself okay, Paint. How you doing? Just like Pokemon Go. Game was a way for Google to make. There you go. Ooh, I like that one. Baker Pie on YT. Just like Pokemon Go. The game was a way for Google to make their maps. Yeah, and do you know all that AI? You know when you had to put the steps or the motorcycles together, and they had all these different what do they call that? What do you call that? Proving you're a human. That was all training AI. We've been training AI forever. You know, is what's going on, the surveillance that's going on in Walmart with them taking our personal information. Dude, you guys don't even know. The video I put out today is a 2.5 minute segment that I'm working on for a 50-minute documentary. I read the whole privacy statement. They are in there. They are getting everything. And they even admit that they're compiling it. Like if you go to the bakery, if you go to the Walmart bakery and then give them your phone number there, they says right in the privacy statement, we will add that to what we already have on you. Those are the words. Like, why did they change the verbiage? What we already have on you. Have on you. That sounds so incriminating, man. What we have on you. Like when the cops, you know what I mean? That's what we have on you. It says that in there. We add to what we already have on you. If you're doing any of the biometric stuff, you're giving their biometrics, the try-on features. The AI cameras are picking up. It's in the privacy statement. We never read those, guys. I took it down. I broke it down. I've been reading it for 3 days and then over and over hearing it as I'm editing the videos. They're buying, they're selling it. Then there's things that they collect that they're not even using for marketing, like biometrics, like background checks. They're checking your ethnicity. They're checking they compile a whole, what is it? What am I looking at? What am I trying to say? A file or somebody help me out with the word. They compile your whole file. Let's just call it a file because I can't think of another word. 120,000 likes. Let's go. Get it, TT. Then they're using it to market you. I did it with the Vizio is right in there. I want to go back in my Vizio television comments when I made the Vizio television. I made 2 Vizio television videos. Go back and watch them. Not biometrics, but a database. They're making a whole like personal database on you. That's what I was trying to get. You helped me get there. To tailor pricing towards you, to market you. We're being subliminally marketed. You wonder why you're consuming so much because you're marketed. Anybody Gen X? Anybody as old as I am? Do you remember what it was like in like 2010 2005, when all of a sudden pop up, pop up, pop up. It was frying my brain. And then I try to get rid of the pop up, and I, instead of Xing it out, I make it bigger. It was driving me crazy. I'm like, what is this? We never had this before. Every time I pull something up, it's trying to sell me something. My kids are used to that. That was not normal life prior to 2010 or 5 or whatever. It's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, they're grabbing everything. You just won't believe it. I'm gonna put the video out. Hey Pickles, I'm gonna cut it up for TT. It's going on YT in the video section, not the shorts. But you won't believe it. I mean, they're admitting to grabbing your MAC address. They're admitting to controlling, following you around the store and developing this. What, we don't need that to shop. We're just conditioned. Oh, it's helping me. They're showing me more products that I might want to buy. You don't need them. Anyway, good comment there, Baker. What is that, Pierre? Let me. Smart TV don't work without a debit card and email. Oh, but that was Paint Life. I remember you, bro. So that was what I want to go back in all those people in my Vizio television. Vizio television is in the privacy statement that we record and monitor and track you through the Vizio television. I broke that story, and I broke that story. Why? How? Because of you guys. There was one person on TikTok that said, "This is what happened to me. I just bought a Vizio television, and I had to create a Walmart account. I had to create a Walmart account to run the smart TV." It's like, what? And then somebody else sent me one. So I did a full blown deep dive research. And at the time, it was so new. The boxes even just said account. This account is needed. It didn't say Walmart. Walmart purchased Vizio for $4.5 million, right? But it wasn't the TVs they were after. They were after the SmartCast, the brain, the operating system. And they were after the data. So anybody that owned a Vizio television, they have all your data. If you bought a Vizio in the last 20 years, they have all your data. But they wanted that brain to what it's now called. They gave it a name. It's called Walmart Connect. That is the AI universe, the tracking universe, to keep you stuck in the AI world or the Walmart world of purchasing and relentlessly being marketed and grabbing all your personal information. They're grabbing your information off the license plate readers. It's crazy. But I made that video and so many people said, that isn't true. I didn't have to set up one. I'm like, dude, I tried to tell you in it that it's transitioning. And I was calling them out for not having Walmart account on the boxes. So it's in the privacy statement. Hold on, I got to turn on air. What are we saying over here on McDonald's is doing the database on us through their app? Yeah, most of these corporations are now. Stop using apps. Don't answer income. This is Nunya. Or demographic questions. Never. Whenever they try to get your location, always never. Man, I was up there shooting that last boycott video. I made the last one. I got it in before like 5:30 today. I was up there. I almost got kicked out again. My brain was tired, and I was in the store just like, that's what I get loud in the store too. I'm like, over employees, like not paying employees. I'm walking down the aisle, 90,000 employees, and then I choke, and then I take 10 steps back, and I hit the camera again. 90,000 of them on over again. 90,000 of them. Like, you should see me in a store, what it really looks like behind the scenes. But I forget why I was saying that. All right, let's read on TT. Walmart Connect to your info. Exactly, Kara. I really believe that it is plausible that they are connected with the government, that this is the training ground for the surveillance state that is coming, unless we do something. Oh God. We got the flock cameras, we got the data centers, and we got this corporate shopping surveillance. Thank you, brother. Appreciate the roses. He's good on my feed. And has Damon Darling reached out to me, Groovy? No, he hasn't. I reached out to him. I mean, he's got a lot of followers. We're different too. A lot of people like. It was funny because, well, let me stick to the topic, guys, and don't forget, check out our website. It's not fully active, but you can check it out. You can't upload videos yet and all your findings. C.O.C.A. COCA revolution.org. And don't forget the Man Letter Pro, guys. If you are looking for a promo code COCA, C.O.C.A., portion, we get a portion of that for the not-for-profit, for my funding and gas and everything I put in so I can do this full-time. Well, full-time is not actually correct. Time and a half every day. I've been going since 6:30 a.m. making videos. What was I gonna say? But yeah, Damon Darling, like I reached out to him because I wanted to know. I was worried that they were gonna trespass me. I didn't see that video where they pulled him over, which was insane. But and I know he did pranks and stuff, but trust me, they're gonna blow that up. That's how you got word of that is PR people from Walmart started putting that out on social media. You don't think they have people on social media? I believe people have come in here before. Believe I was reported last time I was on live for saying a word. I mean, it was fine. I had to shut down and get on. But anyway, I reached out to him to try, but I never got an answer back. And a lot of people gave me flack because it was the day of that or the day after. And I said in my first boycott video that we're boycotting over A, B, C, and Damon Darling. A lot of people are like, I get it. You guys love him. I'm a fan, but people get it's called parasocial relationships where we feel like we're really connected with a person like they or anyway, I don't want to knock people, but people were giving me flack. He said he doesn't want you to do that. I'm like, gee, relax. So I immediately pivoted from that. I mean, he isn't the reason for me was because all the short waiting. I've been doing that for 6 months. But see, them banning him is different. Like they don't, if they ban me, I mean, that's got to look like bad PR. I don't know. Doesn't mean they won't do it. Doesn't mean they won't try to send me a cease and desist. But I move around constantly. I don't know. I know they're watching. They're always watching. I just moved to a different area 2 or 3 weeks ago. The advantage of living in a motorhome. Hey, but since they're able to pick up MAC addresses, they'll probably be able to find me. You have been served. Either that or a Walmart hitman. Boycotting Walmart forever, says Brian. Maybe we are clicking so fast, Kara said. All right. Let me read a little more. Ads pay for 100% of TV programs, so every penny that you pay for TV is profit. Pizza Hut won't let you buy in person if you don't give them the. Yeah, it's like this is Craft Eccentricity said Pizza Hut won't let you buy in person if you don't give them your name and address. They want your data. They want your information. We're old school, man. Like I want something, I get in the car, I go out and I buy it, and that's it. I remember in the late 90s, they started asking your phone number. And I'd be like, I remember going, no, you can't have my phone number. Make that a thing. Make what a thing. Potato Boy says, keep letting people know, my man. I won't stop. We're not going to stop. We're not stopping. Whatever we get out of this boycott, we got. And I don't care. If we land on 7 billion, that's awesome. We land on 4 billion, that's awesome. We land on 1 million, that's awesome. I think it's bigger than that. But this is our first stress run. It's a test run too. We'll see where we get. And we're almost 700,000 members now on 4 different platforms. We'll come back when we're 1.5 million. We'll do it again, or we have a need to do it again. I want to be known, Coalition of Consumer Advocates, for many things. We're starting to branch out. Our website was just launched, but not fully functional yet. I want to be known for doing a lot of things, but I want to be known for an organization that if they decide that the public has been wronged and decide to boycott, they can gather a couple million people to boycott in a week. That's my goal. That was my goal when I saw the atrocities that Walmart did with Kentucky Legend Ham scandal that I uncovered, and how they just steamrolled over everything, blamed it on Kentucky Legend, had the managers lie, and just basically try to laugh in your face and get hard. They get nasty with reporters that try to get information, that try to team up with me. Make it a thing. Make what a thing? Everything a thing? Hey, Jimmy, the Giant Eagle on Rhode Eye Road. Who is that? Bro, I used to live in Rhode Eye Arms. Cecil. I used to work at the Giant Eagle on Rhode Eye Road. In Pittsburgh, right north of Pittsburgh, near Monroeville. I lived in Penn Hills. Do I know you, man? Who's Cecil? 412. Down with the 412. Dubberg. Do you know me, man? I used to work there. I lived in Rhode Eye Arms right across the street. Me and my buddy used to walk up, and I worked the night shift stocking shelves there. Stocking shelves, Giant Eagle, and that. It's overcharging for chipped ham. Dude, I know Cecil. No? You're messing with me, man. Okay, no more Walmart. That's right. All right, who else is boycotting? Any new people here? Where are you from? Tell me if you're boycotting and give me your state. Are we still on YT? It's been at 51 people, 53 people. Somebody say something on YT. I'm gonna make sure I'm still on. Now they have. There we go. Now they have readers and work zones in New York, so they can send you a ticket. Oh God, man. So Baker Pier, is talking about on YT. Is talking about the readers in work zones, so they can send you a ticket in the mail. They're starting class action. They're starting to stand up for that. There's attorneys coming at some things with that. I used to say that when I first I started door dashing like a year or so ago, and I just went out in a town I was living in, flying around. Okay, I was going a little excessive, I guess, at times. But all of a sudden, 2 weeks later, I get two in the mail. Like I got them back to back within 3 days, and then I realized they're at the school zone. But the point is, I did the numbers on it, right? If they get like 1,000 people, and what they do is they make them $100, $120, $150. If you got a regular ticket going 10 miles over the speed limit, I would think it was a 9 on one of them. You're getting a $250, $300 ticket. They make it so it's like irritating, but you'll just pay it. Number one. So if they're hitting, and I mean, how many people do you think they get in those a day in the school zones? One, they use, what is it? The Hegelian theory. Basically, you create a boogie monster. And, that's what they said about 9/11 and stuff like that. But you create, thank you, Papa Slayer. You create a boogie monster, and then you offer the antidote. And usually with the antidote, you lose your freedoms, or Hegelian theory or something like that. Back in my conspiracy theory days. But it's a real theory. So, and it happens. They say the Patriot Act. That's how, But so, we don't want kids maimed. So it's, nobody questions having them there, and we don't. But if they get 40 people a day at $100, let's go low for shits and giggles. If they get 40 people a day, which they probably easily do, 40 people a day at $100, that's what? 40,000? Is that 40,000? No, that's 4,000, right? $4,000, right? Is that 4,000? So 4,000 a day times, we'll do 20 days, is $80,000. We won't do weekends. Every day school's in, right? That's $80,000 a month, right? For those flock cameras, that mail you a ticket. You got to think about it. Am I right? Did I do the math wrong? Yes, sir. I'm bouncing. We should know each other. Just saying. DM me, bro. Michael. Yes. They're money makers, of course, Brian. They're money makers. They should be unconstitutional. I mean, there should have to be I remember back in the day hearing that, if a cop pulled you over, they came to the car, they needed to be in uniform, all that stuff. They're money makers. It's taxing, man. Some of these, nothing against police, but, sometimes I feel like where I used to live in Commerce, when I lived down in Commerce, it's a travel stop, Commerce, Georgia. It's basically a travel stop. And for 85, Highway 85, Interstate 85. And these cops are getting everybody all day, all night. I mean, it's tax collecting at a point. You know what I mean? Nothing against police work. I'm not saying that. It's a digital world now. We are all slaves. Well, Baker, I feel like we are slaves on a tax farm. I mean, I never did the figures. Who's tax? Who else in the world? What other country is taxed like we are? And then we don't have control of our money going overseas. I don't think anybody supports the war in Iran. I don't want to get political, but and other places it goes. I don't want to get into that. I don't want to start. We are taxed to death. I know we are. I mean, after your federal at 30 to 33 or whatever it is, 30, and then your state at 8 or 10 or whatever it is, and then your fishing license, your hunting license, your emissions, your garbage tax, your what else? Bring them in there. There's bigger ones than that. What else is there? Your birth tax, your death tax. What else? I'm missing big ones. I know I am because I used to have a rigmarole. I rattled it off, and I'm missing some big ones. I mean, you're up over. They're taking more than half of what you make. Property tax. That was one of the ones I missed. Property tax. We are. I mean, I remember studying things in my conspiracy theory days that when you're born, and you could say I'm right or wrong. We're not someone I'm pitching, but that there's actually a serial number on your birth certificate. Like we are a commodity. I came up with this one. Is the human resources department where humans go for resources, or is the human resources department the department that manages the human resource? I mean, it's crazy. Property tax. You're a number. Property tax versus real estate tax, says Pamela. Death tax. Just think we rebelled for a small tax. Yeah, Nunya. I've said that to Nunya. Okay, so Nunya over on YT says, just think we rebelled for a small tax increase on tea. This is the new American Revolution. Yes, we are the new. God, when you get me goosebumps ripping, you did good. Yeah, I think about it all the time. What we did over a tea tax that we let go. Look what we're letting Walmart and these other companies surveil us. You can't have a Vizio TV without them tracking everything you do. You can't walk into the store without them connecting to you. You can't, now they're putting up, I just did a video on it. If you're coming in from that, you saw it. Now there's their own personal, Walmart has its own license plate readers where they grab I read the security or the privacy agreement. And when I made the video, it didn't go as far, I think, because it's going well on YouTube or on IG. But I don't think it went as far because I kept putting the clips where I was reading and then back to me in the store. If I would have made it if I just would have done me in the store, it would have went a lot further because it would have been shorter. But then everybody had been like, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're doing. You're lying, like they did with the Vizio television. Now they're all like, oh, yeah, he was right. So, I mean, I read it on there. They're mapping you through the store where you stop, what you're buying, what you're into, so they can market you. It's insane. The amount of data they have on you is equivalent. They're getting on you is equivalent to what the federal government is doing. Why? Rise up, citizens, says Brian. Good point, Nunya. I used to be. This is. I don't know how to say that. Ty Grahoff. Ty. I lost you. Where were you? I used to be illegal to charge over 10. It used to be illegal to charge over 10% on credit cards. Now you're, the usury stuff, right? Now it's like, now our local tax is 10. Okay, let me read what he said. He or she, I'm sorry, Ty, we'll call you Ty on YT, said, it used to be illegal to charge over 10% on credit cards. Now our local tax is 10.5%. And now, how about the usury fees up? How about the fees up to like 28%? That's the other enslavement. That's being caught up in the consumer enslavement. We got to have it now. I don't have any. I lost all my credit I became homeless during the pandemic. I lost everything. I've told it on here before. You could go on TikTok. I don't know if it's on YT, and go back and find the picture of me, black and white with a beanie on. That video is my story. But I lost everything. I lost the house and all that. My credit's been whacked since then. I was a food and beverage director up until COVID. Never going back. But I lost everything and my credit's whacked. So I have to save money for everything. But we get into that. We got to have it now. We've been trained with commercials over the years. Better, you got to be better. What is it? Keep up with the Joneses. If you want to be something, we're not being raised right. We as children and people are raising their children. They're sticking them in front of the phone and they're not spending time with them and they're not raising them. And we don't even know who we are to identify with. To be somebody, I have to have a Lexus. I got to go to college. They got you on the college thing. Half the people that went to college shouldn't even been in college. You know how many? Thank you, Nicole. I see you. How many people in the restaurant industry and the bank and the hotel industry, catering that I did, and event catering and hotel catering? How many servers I hired that had a college degree and never did anything with it? Because you were told that. For what? To get a federal loan. It's a scam. I told my son who hated high school, you should not go to college. Go to trade school. He's going to become a chef. That's what he loves. He's got a palate. My daughter, who is a genius, like 3.9, 4.0, always is going to get the Zell Miller grant, I'm sure, and go to UGA for free. Told her I'm not pushing her, but I'm backing her. I was taught that. I did the opposite of what my parents did to me because I didn't have a great childhood. But I remember reading this. You should support, find out what your kids. Don't try to vicariously live through them on things you wanted to be, but find out what they want to be, what they're into, and support that. So I promoted her going to college. But the point is, then we get into the credit card debt. Once we're in debt, you're a slave. A mortgage. Why are houses? Does buying a house, unlike in the 50s, not to be sexist or play it anyway? I'm just saying in the 50s when when the roles were more old school defined, where the man went to work and the woman stayed home with the kids. Just saying, that's how it was then. I support same-sex marriage. I support everything in the world we live in, 100%. But why was it doable? Why was it doable for one man to buy a house? You know what I mean? Pay that off in a short amount of time. And why isn't it now? Why are we getting lumped into these? It's the banking systems. It's the banking. It's the Federal Reserve. It's the banking systems. We're slaves. You shouldn't have to slave away because once you're locked into the American dream, the home with the white picket fence, you're locked in, man. And now you have two kids. First you have your first baby and it's going great, right? And then you're not getting a promotion, a job, and now you got another baby. Now you're locked in. Now you got to work another job. Now she's got to go to work. They've constructed this system to create useless. That's why once I was homeless, I never went back. I never went back. I live in a motorhome, and I'll probably live in a motorhome for the rest of my life. I'll get some land someday. You know. And the Fed. I used to be a big Ron Paul supporter. I stuck. I stuck. I remember what year was it? I can't remember now. But I was sticking signs in yards for Ron Paul. Stop feeding the beast, says Brian. You could see. Let me try to read here. Oh yeah. So this is this Adricor? Adricor. I'm gonna call you Adri. Adri 1507 on YT. We're not going to have any more property tax in Florida. Really? So when I used to drive Uber, I talked to a lot of people. You get a lot of information that way. Now I knew Florida got rid of their sales tax, right? Like Texas. But then my friend in Florida and the guy that was in the car was like, "Yeah, but the property tax is insane." And then try getting hurricane insurance. So it's like they're getting you one way or the other, right? So what's Florida doing now? So if they get rid of the property tax, are they going to bring the state tax back? Kara, maybe meet up with Jimmy. Who? You or me? You or somebody else, Kara? I'm going to rent my home out again and hit the road. Yeah, I'll meet up with you, hon. You want to meet up? So you want to go on the road with me? I wish I had somebody go on this Cross America tour in October. Guys, if you didn't know, I am in my motorhome that I live in. I'm going to be heading out across the country. So October, I'm looking at. There's a GF me in my bio for gas and other things. That's all I'm saying. I got to watch on TT. They already flagged me once. The help. It's at 40% already for the GASS. So I appreciate anybody that's donated and donated in any of the other ways just to help what I do on a daily basis. I haven't had to donate plasma in the last 2 weeks. I appreciate it. I actually went out and I door dashed 2 days though this week, so I fell a little behind on the boycott and stuff. I just had to. It was my son's birthday. I went to take him out to dinner, so I went on DoorDash for a couple of days. Like $160. Come to Warren County, New York, check Walmarts. Well, that's the whole point of it, Jeff, is that's what I'm going to do. You guys kept reaching out. I'm in Georgia, so I can only get to Walmart, Kroger, Publix here, Winn-Dixie I never been to. We don't have a lot. So I'm trying to get, I want to get to H-E-B in Texas. I want to get to, what is it, Wigman's. Put those in there. I need you guys to keep putting them in there. What grocery stores are near you that aren't in Georgia? I like to have that just keep rolling. I'm starting to get a little, my brain's, I've been up since 6 a.m. I started making that video. Hold on. At 6 a.m. this morning, the first video. So much research in that surveillance video that I did. Yeah, but that's the point is I'm going to get out. A lot of you guys are, I'm going to need, so the GFB is for mainly for gas. It's cost $1,000. My motorhome only has 30,000 miles on it, but it's old. It's a 99. It gets 8 miles a gallon. So ChatGPT said it'd be about $1,000 a straight shot to Cali, which I plan on going down. Down to Florida, over to Texas, travel around. I have a motorcycle that rides on the back, a little GZ2. I better watch what I said. I have a little motorcycle, a light one, a small one, that it's going to go in the back and I can get to some places. But a lot of you guys have said, hey, you can park in my, if we get to know each other, like Kara, Kara Doc that's on here. She's kind of new. I don't know if you were around when I did the support group that I did before all this stuff happened. We developed what we're doing now, but she's like somebody I'm talking to. We talk offline and stuff, in messaging or whatever. If I know you and you offering up a spot at your house or on your property for a night or two, I will take it up because that'll save on lodging for the RV as we're traveling the country. But there's methods in my BIO on any platform, and I appreciate it. As far as we get, we'll see what we get by October, and I'll go as far as I can. I think we're going to get there. I haven't been promoting it in the last couple weeks because of the boycott. After the boycott, I'll do some videos, show the motorhome, talk about it, and try to get some funding for it. Another way to get funding for it is Demand Letter Pro. Demand Letter Pro. If you need a demand letter without hiring an attorney, but an attorney will do it for you through them. This is Mr. Gray has partnered. I don't know if he's still on, but he partnered up with us. He's actually, I want to say this, he's been my partner he got the website up, and I was ready to do some trade. The character of this guy and his business is got my stamp of approval because they're helping people. How many times did you go to, you needed an attorney for something? I'll never come up with a retainer. He came up with this idea. So he got a whole network of attorneys that were willing to write demand letters and then follow up with emails with people or companies, insurance companies, that haven't paid you what they were supposed to, warranties, things like that. Anything for a demand letter, you're getting it at 10th, 274, 274 instead of $2,000. Plus it shows that it came from an attorney. There's no way they're like, oh, this came from a service. He's telling me that 80% of them are settled just through emails. There's some big ones, like somebody bit into a gold ring at McDonald's. They had to hand that over then to the attorney, like, because it was big money and stuff like that. But Demand Letter Pro, promo code COCA, C-O-C-A. So a portion of each one, each order goes to funding for the trip and funding to what I do and funding to the organization now, which is about to become a 501c. You better be careful meeting up. Leather. Yeah, Mom. You're my big sister. She knows. I've had some instances. I've had some experiences. I had literally a guy who got out of the psych ward, lured me to Michigan. I drove from Georgia to Michigan for a job, and it turns out he got a site where there was no job. He did not own the farm that he said he owned, where I was going to trim for his business, which is legal up there. I was like, I'll do it. I don't care. I've never done it before. Don't even do the stuff, but oh God, for $1,000. Anyway, long story short, he tried to put me up with, because he knew that he was playing along. He has HPD, personality disorder, where they just keep riding being in the spotlight. We were bringing him into the lives, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm the hero. I'm going to do this for Jimmy." And because I just got into the motorhome out of homelessness, my community got me into the motorhome. That's my story. After I built a log cabin on state land, with nothing but a backpack saw. I mean, it's a whole story. That's how I first became, I wouldn't call famous on TikTok, but noticed on TikTok, by showing my log cabin. I got sober out there. I got sober in the woods. I had a 5-bottle wine addiction and just drowned in my sorrows. I lost my kids when I lost everything. When I lost the house. But anyway, yeah, so he was in the spotlight, and then I was up there, and then he started saying, "Well, I have this other guy," and I even went to meet him, who owns a farm, a green farm, you know what I mean, up in Michigan. And he was like, he owns this farm, and it was like he was like from, dude, like he used to run rugs in the 70s and the 80s. Like the guys up there had. I was like, okay. He's like, but you could work for him. He said, anyway, long story short, he was getting burner numbers and pretending that he was that guy. And it wasn't like that guy. I knew something was up because the guy was like, Jimmy, I love you. Love your videos, man. Yeah, like, that's not how that guy was when I met him. He was just like, yeah, okay, yeah. Anyway, and this guy was getting burner numbers and then demanding I would go live or threatening he was stalking me with another burner number. It was crazy. Anyway, I figured it out, blah, blah, blah. Then the day before I was supposed to go work on this guy's, because he was riding it to the end. I was supposed to go. I had that guy's number that he gave me when I was first driving to Michigan. So I was like, you know what? He told me that this guy that is from the psych ward told me that they were going to go after somebody contacted him and said, they're going after my son at his high school. I was like, what? I was like, tell me who it is. He's like, oh, they won't do anything. TikTok won't. I was like, tell me. He wouldn't tell me. I knew something was up. Long story short, I called the dude, or I texted the dude. It was like, hey, man, I'm ready to bring the RV. It was like Saturday. It was like 2 days to that. He's like, what the hell are you talking about? Anyway, I told him that guy said all this stuff. And anyway, he was like, he said to me, well, me and my family, we have ways to take care of that. We take people onto cornfields and we have a meeting. Ain't me, man. That's what I said. It ain't me. Contact your buddy. I'm leaving Michigan tomorrow, and I left. So that's why she's saying for me to watch out who I meet. We appreciate you, Jimmy. Thank you, Kate. I appreciate you guys. Oh, yeah, Kara, you said start telling people I have rooms for people to stay for the Coalition Test Kitchen, but need to know you need to DM me, hon. I remember you said you wanted to do it. We can have a few of you guys do it. Whoever wants to do it, do it. And then we'll get traction. We'll promote your page and all that too. I mean, you're doing it for the coalition. We still have you, Jimmy. Thank you, Leather. I love you. Hey, Jimmy, I will read. Okay, this is Daniel Meadows on TikTok. Hey, Jimmy, I will not be shopping at Walmart anymore. Not just this weekend, but ever. Thank you for what you do. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you for what you do. If you're new here, Daniel, is that Daniel or Danielle? I can't see that picture. I don't have my glasses on. Oh, that's Danielle. I thought I saw a little bouffant in the picture. Thank you. It's like you look very attractive for a guy with a mustache. That's not a mustache. So yeah, if you're new here, that's how it works. I make the videos and do the investigations, and you guys get them out there. If you comment, like, repost, it gets it into the face of corporations. Every piece of bit of food, like that brisket I found just 2 days ago, when I was doing the research, that's how easy it is to find stuff in Walmart, guys. I was doing the research for that surveillance video I did about Walmart surveilling you. I'm actually doing a documentary. It's going to be 15 minutes long. That was a small excerpt. But I was in there. I was like, let me go check something. I went right to it, man. I picked up two. I picked up one, went, waited, it weighed, picked up the second one, and it was under by a quarter pound in the package. It wasn't, I said it was a brisket. Somebody got on me. Somebody said, how'd you mess that up? You're as bad as they are. You need to be, I forget, his name was Grumpy somebody on TikTok. He was like, now you're looking like them. It's like, lay off, man. I never like to say to people that are hard on you, like freak out like that. Like, listen, man, I say, you don't have to be so hard on yourself. You just don't. Don't be so hard on yourself. Because people that are usually that hard on you over stupid things are really 10 times harder on themselves. So that they're projecting. Whatever the hell that was, man. Relax, man. I'm one guy. I messed up what the name of it was. What does that have to do with the pounds of the? Who cares if it's a flank steak? Who cares if it's a flank steak? It's a tube steak. A flank steak. Sorry. Who cares what kind of steak it is? It's about the poundage. Anyway, way to go, Danielle. But that's how it works. You know what I mean? And we've held 5 a rump roast. Here we go. Check your meats. There he is, Mr. Gray. What's up, brother? Check your meat. That was my slogan in the beginning, was check your meat. I used to say it after the first couple of videos. Check your meat. Check your meat. We have a tube steak kind of like on the scale. I was getting weird. But I wanted to get something catchy. Oh, speaking of that, merch will be up soon, right, Mr. Gray? Merch will be up soon in our website. But I stopped using check your meat because that Kentucky Legend scandal got so serious with all the scandal and the lying they were doing. I got real serious real quick. Hell with Walmart. Close every store. Screw them. All right. We all support anyone. This is Pamela on YT. We all support anyone who is in love. But the banksters, are you responding to somebody else, or is that you? But the banksters have made us have 2 jobs to have the Annie dream. Oh, you're talking about what I was saying before. Yeah. They've created our society to where, I mean, the other thing is it that things cost more? Let me turn off my air so I don't have to yell. Is it that things are going up in price? Here's a question. Are things going up in price, or is it taking more dollars to buy the same things? Is the price, is the value of the dollar going down, that what used to take $5 to buy this now takes $7 to buy this? Which one is it? I got to get a webcam. I got to get a webcam for YT because it's the thing on my computer. It's all dark. It looks horrible. We can't afford basic needs. No. I mean, that's what was that called? I said in that other video, the down to down, not down to down. Oh man, there's so many words going through my brain. The down to down. It was on that report of Walmart where they admitted they dropped 9.4%, and they blamed it on gas prices when other stores didn't have a decrease. The down to something. But basically, that's when when people start going from the expenses, when cost of living gets so high, people go from the expensive stores like Publix here in Georgia or Florida to Walmart. They're not going to Walmart anymore. There's just so many atrocities coming to light. So many things are coming out there. There's guys on YT that are using my AI image that I wasn't really happy about. But they're making videos. Some of their stuff that they're saying isn't, some of their facts aren't correct though either. It's almost clickbait. And they're using my image, which, you know, they're, you can do whatever you want, really. I was talking to Mr. Gray about this. You could do, I've had people make fake accounts, hate accounts about me. When I was doing the support family and I was raising money to get uh the RV, people were putting fake accounts and then soliciting my follower. There's only two accounts that I have. It's Jimmy Rig, C.O.C.A, and it's the C.O.C.A account. That's it. But people solicit for money, and people are probably doing that. And they are doing. There's a Jimmy Rig. Well, there's a fan page on FB, but anybody asks you for money, if it ain't from my page, the best thing to do, guys, not the C.O.C, not our coalition of consumer advocates, because we don't have a lot of followers there yet. But I mean, you know, look at the page, and if it's only 1,000, 2,000, 4,000 followers, it's fake. I forget the point of that though. What are we talking about? Putting fake pages out there? I forget now. Oh, me and Mr. Gray were talking about. Yeah, so they're on YouTube. These guys are making videos and they're using an AI image of me, and they can do whatever they want. And they even put the copyright or the disclaimer up there that it's for entertainment. But there's a code in this industry. There is a code in this industry. And I mean, and a lot of the big people don't do it, like Jeff Rosen. Like he does, like he took my Kentucky Legend videos and he clipped them, and he doesn't give a shout out. There's a code. Anytime I do a video like I did Kendall in Kentucky, who did that amazing video on them not having prices, and she has a big platform on Instagram, IG, sorry. I gave her a shout out. I said, "Hey, this is Kendall. Look what she's doing. Go follow her." I mean, that's the least you can do, right? It was important for me to use her clip. I needed that because I wanted to back my Vizio television commercial. Plus, it's in lines with what we do. I gave her a shout out. You know, that's there's a code in this industry, especially the big ones that do it. And there's another big one on YT. They clip my Vizio. I mean, just give a shout out, man. Especially it's for me, it's about creating awareness about what we're doing too. We need that shout out. When Jeff Rosen, you know, just called me that guy, like I really could have used that for that Kentucky Legend scandal. He didn't. He just thought I was a regular guy then, but he does that for everybody. Like he gatekeeps, and that's fine. He can do what he wants, but I'm not like that. If I use anything you, I give you a shout out. I want to get like our buddy here. They bought all those memberships for people. You know, it's just, I don't know. That's how I am. That's where I come from. Hi, new subscriber here. This is Salita Cantrell. Hi, new subscriber here. Thank you for your content on YT to show how we are cheated every day. I will boycott tomorrow. Yeah. Who's boycotting tomorrow, and where are you from? Tell me what states are being boycotted. Are you boycotting in? Are you telling everybody? Is anybody going out there standing in front of Walmart with a sign? Anybody taking it to the streets old school? You're welcome. Thank you for being here, Salita. Thank you. You're part of the coalition. If you're a member, if you joined, anytime you comment, that's how it works. I make the videos and get them out there. I post them and you guys get them out there. Like, share, comment, get in there and just comment with people. Start debating people if you want. I love when people come and get my back. When somebody says something stupid, like, who cares? They're already doing it. They're doing it on this. I don't want to say it on TT. They're doing it here and doing it there. So what, man? When I made the Vizio commercial or video about how their Walmart's tracking you on there, and you have to have a Walmart account, besides everybody saying I was full of shit, and then they found out I wasn't, and I'm still not. It's it's in the privacy policy now. They're like, you're the phone you're making the video on is tracked. So what? So we just stop. That's the slave mentality that I'm talking about. The herd, the slave mentality. Like, it's too late. We can't do anything. They have us conditioned for that we can't do anything. I mean, we have this tool right here, social media. We meaning me and you guys, the coalition of consumer advocates, uses social media. Papa, man, what do you do? Leave and come in and give me a gift? Thank you, brother. Or you've been here the whole time. We use social media as a weapon. We've used it as a weapon successfully with 5 corporations right now. This Walmart chicken thing fizzled out. I haven't been able to get back in. A lot of you guys sent me pictures. I just got too caught up with the boycott. If it wasn't for the boycott, if you guys just are jumping on now, I had an interview Just Jewel, thank you for the daily heart me. I had an interview I did over the phone with the Sun News, 65 million viewers, 65 million viewers, and they tanked it because Walmart got a hold of them. When the reporter called to talk about the chicken that I found, many packs, around 60 or so out of like 150 that were under, or just 175 that were underweight in the pack. I made videos of it, and just the 3 or 4 videos that I made isn't even all the footage, because you can't make a video too long. If I just keep showing pack number 10 or pack number 1, pack number 2, thank you, Joel. Oh, that was sweet of you. Kara, thank you, hon. I appreciate that. Pack number 3, pack number 4, people are going to scroll. I showed the big ones. But the point is, as soon as she called, the reporter called to get some questioning with Walmart. They said, let me speak to your editor. And I don't know what they said to the editor. They either threatened them, paid them, called me a liar, which they did that with Kentucky Legend, and I proved them wrong. I have one motto. Here's my motto: stay honest, and they can never prove you're lying. That's my motto. They're not going to catch me lying on anything. Try it. It's not there. There was a friend of a friend on TikTok that said they know somebody in corporate, and they reached out to her and told her that everybody in corporate was asking the higher ups, what's going on with this Jimmy Rig guy that's showing all this stuff, the shrimp, the Kentucky Legend hams, the chicken, the great value bacon. What's going on with him? The higher ups, this is what I was told. The higher ups are telling everybody who works in corporate that I was altering product, to get clicks. Ha! Ha! How? Just like the reporter at the Sun said that they were making claims like, how do we know it's even in our store? It says Walmart chicken on it. There's a label that says Walmart chicken. I'm running around the store with all the signs. What are you talking about? The Kentucky Legend, I'm showing the label. 8, 9, 10 hams. What are you talking about? It's great value bacon. It's packaged. I'm in the store. I purposely use their scales. And when I do an investigation, I purposely use their scales as well as my own with the calibration weight. But that's what I mean. They're so big. They do this. They just throw bullshit excuses out there. Get away from us. That's what they're saying. Whatever. Get out. We're Walmart. We do what we want. $45 million class action lawsuit. Hold on. Get back to me in 33 minutes of business. We'll have that. It takes them 33 minutes to revenue 45 million. Delusional. Ivor Walmart like the plague. Well, you're welcome, hon. Charging. I'm sick of This is Matthew Ronson on YT. I was sick of Wally charging for any add-on items. Them taking 5 to 10 business days for the refund. This is a big point people bring up, when they can debit it instantly. This is we need somebody from the coalition to deep dive this. I don't think my brain can handle it after the surveillance. I'm still working on this documentary. For YT. Yeah. Check kiting. What is check kiting? Check kiting is illegal. What is that? But not this scam. So think about this with the online orders, right? When they put something on hold, right? I'm trying to remember all the information I had about it. I looked into it somewhat. Think of the millions of online orders all day, and they hold, like, if you're the meat, right? Oh, so they charge you for a certain weight on the meat, right? And then they have to give you that money back when it's probably going to be under. They like estimate what's going on with all that money is being held in their account. And you're saying 5 to 10 business days? Because I don't F with Walmart. So I don't, the stuff that I study online, I got to do in-depth research. The stuff with the pretzels, the online great value pretzel video that I did, that was a personal friend. You guys, are you still on there, Leather? That was Christy who sent me that. The pretzels where they're throwing in your favorites, they're throwing in the third party at $12.88 for the bag of pretzels that is $2.66. She had thrown so she creates her favorite list for her mother. If you haven't seen the video, she creates her favorites list for her mother because she does her mother's online ordering from her house, and it's delivered to her mother. She lives in Kentucky Hills, and so she has everything in the favorites list, and her mother just says the tea, the bread, the pretzels. She's going through, click, 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 about to click the pretzels. Like, whoa, she caught it out of the corner. You got to be vigilant, guys. Caught it out. Oh, I just did an interview. For another publication on this today. From Braden, the writer. He did Bro Bible. He broke the story. One of the writers that broke the story in Kentucky Legend. I just did in another publication he's doing. But anyway, so where was I? So yeah, you have to be vigilant because they're throwing this in here. Walmart profits more off a third party selling it to you than they do them selling it to you. Right? So the pretzels were $2.66 the last 3 times she ordered them. She was about to just click it and was like, she caught the $12.88. Was like, what the hell? Why is this in my favorites? They're slipping those in there. Well, you would think, well, maybe they were out of stock. She went into the page of the local Walmart and went into the main page, and they were $2.66. They were in stock. So why are they doing this? Because I forget the name of that third party. I said it in the video. Pikes Peak or something like that. Something, I don't know. So Walmart charges the third party. The third party is going to charge you for all this shipping. It's not even going to come with that order. So Walmart charges the third party 8%. I did all the calculations in the video. They charge them 8%, anything under $15. So I think with the plus they charge advertising fees and transaction fees as well. So I did they profit 60 cents off a bag of those pretzels. They sell for $2.66. They profit 60 if you buy it from them or you go in the store and buy it, right? The third party, what did it come out to? Does anybody remember? $1.70 or $1.60. So instead of 60 cents, after they charged 8% to the third party plus advertising and fees, I didn't even include that in the calculations. It was like $1.62, I think. So they make more money, so they're slipping those in there. And then Braden, the writer, we were doing it together. He was interviewing me. We'd always do it through text. He was telling me that they're still in there. And then we went down the main page and they slide them all. There was a different pretzels at $10. If you're not vigilant and paying attention, why aren't those flagged? Why aren't those flagged third party? Why isn't there a purple or a red little tag above them? Does anybody go in there and know better than me? Why isn't there a little red tag? Third party, third party, third party. So it flags it for you so you don't accidentally hit it because it's advantageous for you to screw up. What type of company is this when loyal customers who built them in the multi-billion-dollar company they are every year are treated like this? It's why we're boycotting. If we change the labels for a cheaper price, they'd throw us in jail. Yeah, after they jack up the price. Well, they treat you like a criminal out the door. They're accusing you of possible theft and check your receipt, which is illegal. I don't do it. I walk right past it every time. I don't care. I don't care if I don't have things bagged. Let them stop me. Especially if anybody knows the story of why the fuel to the fire. What's up, Steven? Or is that Steph? Who is that? Stephanie Johansson. Oh, I didn't mean to invite you as a guest. Don't come in. I know Stephanie. Don't come in. It was an accident. No, don't do that. I didn't mean to bring you in. I don't. Oh no. He was trying to do one. Yeah, I accidentally hit you. I don't know how to get you out of here. There we go. I got you. Sorry. So I know that name, right? Anyway, so where was I? So hi. Where were we? Did we pass the what they're profiting from it? Oh, I forget. I just lost my train of thought. That's all my fault, not yours, Stephanie. Anyway, stay true to the vision. Right on, Jason Moore. Stephanie said hello, hi. I know. I'm drawing a blank. Um, how many people do you think we have joining the boycott? It's hard to tell, Joshua. I wish that there would be a better way to track that. I just don't know. We'll find out. I know that we've had an effect already with over 170 million views on the videos when probably 75% of them are about Walmart. I think we had a decent, I think we had somewhat to do with the decline in the last quarter because I've been doing this for 7 months now. Actually, 6 months because I took a month off. We did 6 to 7 months. So we definitely hit that last quarter. We're 170 million views. I don't know. We'll find out. Whatever we do is what we do, and it's awesome. And we'll be coming back. Whether we hit 7 billion, whether we hit 4 billion, whether we hit 20 million, whatever we hit. It's our first run at it. I gave it everything I got. I had some large creators jump in, like Cavell Kavan, like Sup America. Cavell Kavan has millions of followers. There's people in there. You guys aren't doing anything, and who are these creators? That's a slave mentality. What are you doing? What have you done besides sit on the other end of a keyboard and start firing words at somebody that you wouldn't even say to them on the street? What they call that keyboard warrior. You guys won't do anything. It's a lost cause. I don't live in your world. I'm not a slave. I don't live in that world. I will keep going until the end, whenever that may be. I love myself. I have no intentions of harming myself. Somebody screenshot this. We've screenshot it before. If I go, it's by the hand of a corporation, whether it's Walmart. I don't know. I'm just saying. You missed the dugout. Hey. So I forget where I was at. I was sick of Wally. That was a good. Thank you. That was who was that? Z Man or no? I lost you now. But thank you. That was a great comment. Oh, that was Matthew. Thank you, Matthew. Over in YT. Anybody on? I'll answer some questions. Boycott won't hurt them at all if people just go and buy their stuff. Yeah, I know. That's what we're saying. You can't stock up, Jordan. Get that in the comments. I saw a lot of you guys are comment warriors, man. You get in there and let people know you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do this. You can't do that. I try to make the videos the best I can. I'm when I'm making a video, I'm already thinking about another video. I have severe ADHD and I don't, because of in recovery from addiction, which I've been 5 years sober. I don't take medication for it, so the upside to it is hyper creativity, but the other side is I meditate. Ooh, namaste to help calm it. 162,000 taps on TT. Way to go, guys! That's awesome. I forget what I was saying. See, I'm starting to get scatterbrained, but people don't know me. Just ride along. That's how I am. I'll say some profound things, all of a sudden I'll just blank out and forget what I was saying. I'm trying my hardest to stop to shop elsewhere. Yeah, but that's what really touched me, Stephanie, is a lot of people, like in rural areas that have to shop there at Walmart. They've stated, listen, we're going to make the 40-mile trip somewhere else and stock up. You have to stock up. You can't go to Sam's Club either. I mean, I thought a lot of people would understand that, but some people have been asking. Yeah, you can't if you go to Sam's instead of Walmart, then you're just putting it in their other bank account. Heavy metals route to ADHD. I don't know, man. I need one of those. What is the name of that water treatment? That water container? The Berkey. I need a Berkey. Bro, I got heavy metal. Maybe I don't know what I got, man. I learned to live with it and ride with it and manage it, and I do a lot of meditation. Not as much lately, but there was a time it stopped. If I find that focal point, I can calm all the other. It's just always going. Let's go, Jimmy. Thank you, CMF. Um, you can't use produce skills to use meat. Why not? That's Yes, you can, Starlight. That's a myth. That was one in the beginning that people were saying, like with the Kentucky Legend stuff. The produce scale is only really geared. The only difference is it's geared for smaller weights. I mean, a pound of feathers is a pound of bricks. It's a pound. If you tried to weigh, if you tried to weigh like a 30 pound, not prime rib or tenderloin, that might be different. It might be not be right. But I've proven that in the videos because I weigh a lot of it in the aisle with my scale, and then I weigh it on there, and it's the same thing. Same with frozen things being frozen. There might be a slight difference, but the stuff that I am, the stuff that I'm proving, like people get me like you're calibrated and scale. You don't have the seal on your. Ow, geez. You don't have the seal on your. Is that my? Is that my? I was looking for my calibration weight. I can't find it. You don't have the seal on your the seal of approval from weights and measures on your calibration. We gotta get out of here, man. I'm showing things are from a quarter pound all the way up to 4 or 5 pounds off. That's all we need. I'm not getting on you, Starlight. I'm just trying to educate. Um, so yeah, results are what counts. That's what I tell those people. Results. We've taken out 5 corporations. Cheers from Austin, Texas. Hey, Alex. Walking out of Costco or Walmart with your paper receipt in your hand if you're a criminal. But yeah, what a crock of crap. That's D from YT is saying walking out of Costco or Walmart. Well, Costco doesn't let you out. Costco, you feel like I recommend Costco over Walmart. You save 21.4% more there than you will Walmart. It's the latest consumer report. But you feel like you're in a concentration camp trying to get out of there. They don't let you out. It's more of a membership club, so I think you know what I mean. They kind of, but I walk right past it. If anybody doesn't know what was the fuel to the fire when I found the first pack of chicken is I had my firearms taken out of my middle console, stolen from a mechanic in the oil because I was doing Uber. I used to get my oil changed like every 5-6 weeks, and I forgot to grab it and put it in my little sling bag. And I even told my son because he was with me. His car was behind mine getting done. I said, when we get in the car, remind me to check. And we both forgot and went to lunch. And then I went home, parked it, locked it, like I always do. I live in an area that there's not even anybody coming by. At that time, I live in an area. I woke up next morning, was like, oh shit, I forgot to check. I went and checked, it was gone. Went down there. The manager did the same thing that they do with all the videos that I make about meat and short waiting. Oh, I don't know. I was like, do you have cameras? Oh, yeah, we have cameras. Can you check them? Oh, yeah, we can check them. Never heard from him for 3 days. Filed a police report, called him, or went back up there after my Uber shift. He's like, hey, man, it's me. Anything? Oh, yeah, I had somebody look, but I want to have somebody better look. Okay, man. Well, call me again. Nothing for 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. Call up there. Nothing. I'll give him a message. Finally, the little old lady that runs the register in the auto department was like, this is at the same Walmart that I found the chicken in. The first pack of chicken I found, the tenderloins that were $19 when they should have been 9 or to 10. 4 pounds when they should have been like 2.12 pounds. The label. 2 of them I found at the same time. I'm sorry. That happened later. So yeah, so blah blah blah. The little old lady calls me and she says, hey, I'm just calling you for whatever the manager's saying. He just wants to let us know they found nothing. I'm like, what do you mean found nothing? Like, can I look at? No, you can't. You're not allowed to look at the footage. Well, I'm tell you what, you need to check. Whoever parked my car after the oil change went into my console, took it out, put it in their pants. I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist. Put it in their pants, and I said, whoever that was, and I know who it was because I was there when he parked it, and I saw him go into another room. The room behind there, he went into the room where probably his book bag was. And I said, you need to see whoever parked my car, knowing that I knew who parked my car. The guy's talking all the time, rolling bowls probably, was like, I mean, he's just like all over the place. The last 3 oil changes, he's always been there when I had it changed. Anyway, I was like, see if they went somewhere instead of straight back to the garage. Anyway, nothing. So Two weeks later, I'm shopping in Walmart in that same store. Right. This goes back to like receipts and stuff. Why I don't let them check my receipts because I'm cocked and ready for a response. Um, I find that pack of chicken, the 2 packs of chicken, and I go, oh no, you didn't. Oh no, you did not. You mother. I'm like, oh, I just remembered. I have 40,000 followers on TikTok. She pulled out the camera, made the first video. That's how this all started. My angst for that Walmart, how they handled somebody in. So I'm ready when I walk out of Walmart. I walk out of Walmart and I try to get them to do it. I want to have my camera ready for them to say, "Hey, sir, your receipt." No, I not get my receipt. We need to see your receipt. I'm gonna be like, "You need to see my receipt. You want to see my receipt because you think that I stole something? I know that you have stole something." So I'm gonna say, oh, it's written in the SOP, man. It's written in the policies and procedures. If you're, if the mechanic from the auto shop steals your firearm, you don't have to show your receipt anymore. uh, if you love welfare and liberty and tranquility and servitude is better. Oh, Matthew, I see Matthew's right. If ye love wealth better than liberty, the tranquility of servitude better than the animating contest of freedom, go home from us in peace. We ask not your council of arms, crouch down. Wait, then he goes on and crouch my crouch down and lick the hands which feed you. May your chains set lightly upon you, and may prosperity forget that ye were our countrymen. Love it. Countdown to eternity. Go, Jimmy. Go, Jimmy. Go, Jimmy. Go. Let's go. You like that little? Did you like that? What he said? What is that from exactly, brother? Matthew. Gotta go. Have a good night. Good night, old. Old as dirt. Good night, old as dirt. Thank you for joining YT tonight. Can't trust anyone. Have to be security guard over you, uh, and all of your things. Says countdown to attorney. I know you're talking about. I know, brother or sister. I can't tell you have a letter for your icon. I know. I usually put it in my sling. I don't trust people. I was with my son. It was talking, and we got out of the car, and then I forgot. Uh, I mean, that's 100% true. Hey, folks, don't forget to put a light here. Let's help Jimmy out. What's the light? Jenny is crafting says, "Hey, folks, don't forget to put a light here. Help Jimmy out." Is that something on YT that I don't know about, or am I supposed to start singing this little light of mine? Thank you, Jenny. I'll look back to see if you explained it to me. Optimus Prime has passed away at 85. Is that the voice of Optimus Prime? Haven't shopped at Walmart in 15 years. Rise up, citizens. Boycott starts tomorrow. Guys, if you're just coming in from the videos or you're new here, thank you for joining the coalition and thank you for joining the boycott. If you are, get it out there, man. Starting tomorrow. I'll be going live tomorrow. Tomorrow's Saturday. Tomorrow's Friday. Tomorrow, Friday. What's today? Saturday, Friday, or Saturday? It doesn't say. Oh, wait, hold on. I got to turn my air on anyway. Tomorrow's Friday. I'll be going live tomorrow, maybe during the day. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to be working on the documentary on uh, that's the extension or the bookends of the video I put out today about the Walmart surveillance in their store. That's just a small part of a 15-minute documentary I'm making for YT. I'm gonna be working on that. I'm probably gonna take a break for a second. I'm gonna be making a video for Demand Letter Pro, guys. I partnered literally with the company and the person, Mr. Gray, on TikTok here. He is the man. I've gotten to know him, so I back him. I back his company. I back him. It's got my stamp of approval. I call out fraud. Yeah, it's Demand Letter Pro is my stamp of approval. So if you use them, use promo code COCA, C.O.C.A, Coalition of Consumer Advocates, please, because portions of that will go to help fund what I do, help fund the trip in October. I'm heading out across the country, help fund that as well, and fund the coalition and the not-for-profit that's about to launch as well. But what they do is they get demand letters for you without having to get an attorney or a retainer. They use attorneys, but you don't have to come up with a $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 retainer for a demand letter. If you're having problems with like landlord issues or tenant issues or auto insurance and auto insurance policies, extended warranties, stuff like that, they'll get it done. They'll get it done. They said 80% of the time it just takes even emails back and forth. And it is a tenth to a 20th. Depends on what the retainer is for an attorney. It's 247 instead of $2,000. And the whoever you're sending it to, the company, the person, they don't know that it's a service. It comes directly from that attorney that he has networked with. So it's an amazing thing, man. He came up with it when it happened to him. He couldn't come up with the money, and he developed this idea. And I think it's amazing because it's helping it's helping people. So he's also the guy who's built the website. Our website is up, C.O.C.A Revolution, C.O.C.A Revolution.org. You go check it out. It's not fully functional. At some point, that's where you guys will be uploading your videos, all your evidence of the things you're finding out there. We're looking for people to develop their own chapters. There's a couple people now that are already doing it. We're just, if you want to put the C.O.C.A after, like I have Jimmy C.O.C.A, you can do that if we've talked about it and you're producing. And I hate to say producing, if you're getting videos out there. Some people say they're going to do it and they get in the store and then they get a little antsy or a little nervous or they don't check enough. You got to really go through things, guys. Like that chicken, man. I put my head down. The website also teaches you how to, he's got some great things on there, man. I couldn't have done it. I'm going to say I couldn't have done it without him. I couldn't have done it if he didn't do it. 170,000 taps on TT. Let's hit 200. Awesome. But yeah, Demand Letter Pro. Check them out. The best thing is, like I said, that they don't know it's coming from an attorney. And usually, like with the emails back and forth, as soon as somebody sees that attorney written demand letter, then they come to the table. It's really what you need and that's worth $247, not 200 or 2,000 for a retainer and all that. Anyway, the maggots at Walmart. Oh, this is Grill Warrior. Oh, I remember you, brother. The maggots at Walmart always have different prices. I didn't read it first, so I hope it's not. Always have different prices from sign posted, $4.97 on the sign to $9.97 at the cash register. Think about it. If you have 20 items in the basket and you don't look. Yeah, exactly. I am also going to do 2 videos for the C.O.C.A app. I'm going to do that. I'm going to take a break here, probably Sunday, Monday, get some sleep, get caught up on sleep. And then I'm going to be making the Demand Letter Pro video, and then I'm making 2 for C.O.C.A app. I'm going to promote that. I feel that they also, I finally had a Zoom meeting with one of the owners. So C.O.C.A app is, if you shop at Costco, I recommend this. I'm do it for them right now. The C.O.C.A app, if you shop at Costco has a policy that if you buy something and then it goes on sale up in the next month, it has certain criteria, how many days, they'll honor that. But how are you going to figure that out? What are you going to go in every day, gas mileage, and look at everything? So they developed the technology to call them out on that. I think a lot of these companies like Kroger and that, they have these policies that just have it in their website. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people don't even use it. So with the C.O.C.A app, they're connected into their data. So what you do is after you shop, right, at Costco, you take a picture of your receipt. This is going to go into what you were saying, Grill. Because I asked them about making an app. I don't know if they want to do it unless it's us. It's our members that would use it. I'll tell you in a second. So you take a picture of receipt at Costco, and it goes into your C.O.C.A app database, and then they have all the items that go on sale. It'll flag you and let you know, and then when you go back in, it's good if you shop there regularly. You go back in, you go collect your $10, you go collect your $50, you go whatever, depending on what you buy. So it's an amazing feature. I'm going to do a couple for them. But what was getting me is I asked him about an app. Would it be nice to have Grill? Is an app that Grillmaster is an app that you're able, like we would use it. Scan. You're able. I want an app where you can scan the tag on the shelf and then scan your receipt like they do in C.O.C.A app, and then flag if it's off. You have a class action lawsuit. Like I said, if I had that, man. Anyway, he said he talked to me once we get bigger. We'll talk about maybe getting that. Yeah, that's what we're hearing. I'm gonna read over here. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna read TikTok now. I'll read 3 comments from TikTok in a minute. So go ahead, get them up there. So Twitch over on YT is saying I've read the electronic price tags change during peak hours with the data they collect. They can they can know your balance and change accordingly. So oh, thank you, brother or sister. Thank you, Bash. 207 Bash. Thank you for the gifts. That's going towards the trip in October. Anything gifted going towards the trip. Anything in the bio. Anybody in the monetary app in the bio. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm saving that all for the trip. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. He's pummeling me with gifts. He's going through the whole. He's going through all the. Okay. Thank you, man. Keep going if you want. I'm not cutting you off. I appreciate it. Funding is needed and I appreciate it. I'm able to do this full time. And like I said, it's not an 8-hour day job. I started editing videos at 6 a.m. So what am I on? 12, 13? I'm on 15 hours right now. Um, what was I going to say? What was I going to say? Somebody said something. I lost the train of thought. Oh yeah. Okay, so Twitch. Yeah, I've read that the electronic price tags change during peak hours, and with the data they collect, they can know your balance and change accordingly. So they say they're not going to do that. But Walmart always says that. Walmart said they weren't going to use facial recognition. They tested that and got a lot of flack for it. Now they're using the AI, they're using AI cameras. I just talked to somebody, thank you, Bash. Somebody who puts in the AI. I got a connection, man. He reached out to me today. He puts in the cameras at Walmart. He's telling me all about it. I've only had 2 correspondents so far, and I came on live with him. Well, one, him, and then me back to him. I asked some more questions. I will never, ever give up anybody who's a whistleblower. Anybody has information, you are safe here. I've already proven that with the other whistleblowers. Already. Um, we need you guys. That's how we start a revolution. Um, so yeah, so they're saying they're not going to do that. People believe they're going to do that. They're already doing that. I mean, here's the evidence to it. I did the Kendall in Kentucky's video. I critiqued it. I didn't critique it. I forget the word. I talked about it. I critiqued it. Whatever. I talked about the video. Where she shows that none of the I heard you guys telling me that when her video came in my face, I was like, oh man, all the members have been saying this. There's no more prices on the clothes. Why is that? The clothes tags don't have prices on them anymore. Why is that? Because they're going to be altering up and down. That's why. I mean, it's logic. They think that we're stupid. They're going to be altering the prices up and down. So who's now? I will tell you what is true. Like they said, they wouldn't use it. Now they're using AI cameras and AI. They're watching your motion. I read the privacy agreement. They're watching your motion. It's connected to your motion with AI cameras, your Bluetooth, the Wi-Fi in the store. It's in the privacy agreement. I read it, and then I went in the stores and showed you. They're following your motion. If you stop at the dresses, you're going to start being marketed for all kinds of dresses. If you're on the app, it's going to start popping them up. But what we do know is that they are tailoring prices, right, Took? I don't know where you went. There you are. Twitch. They're tailoring prices to charge more for you if they think they can get more out of you, out of your whatever your yearly income might be, if they have that information. If you're buying large or high ticket items, If you live even in the poor neighborhoods, if you live in a poor neighborhood and you don't have a Staples there, this is from Chris, the producer. He proved this. Check him out on TikTok. I saw his video on there. If if uh, if they don't have a Staples, they're going to charge more, even in that lower income area, because there's no Staples there. You know what I mean? By office supplies. So we know that's already happening. They're tailoring. So why aren't they going to tailor it, increase the prices when there's less people in the store? Guys, all we have to do to get our message across is not go there for a week. We'll see how many people we got. I'm going to be still going at it. I said I was going to read 3 from TikTok. Sorry. Just here supporting. Oh, thank you, brother or sister. I don't know, basehead. Thank you. I appreciate that. It helps. It's needed. It's a necessity, and I'm grateful, especially because of the trip coming up in October. I can't wait to get out. I don't know if I get to exactly your town, but I'm Florida, Texas, over up the coast of Cali. I'm trying to make like a rectangle back to Georgia. Who knows? Maybe I won't come back. Thank you, sir. Screw Walmart, said Mike. Is that Mike? Mike Betancourt on TT. I 100% trust that statement too, Kara. I didn't know what context that was. Yes, basehead, light him up. Oh, Kara. You're awesome, Kara. I feel like I get to know you because I went on your page and I watched some of your videos. I don't know. I just, because now I can picture you when I see you moving. You know, it's hard for me. It's always been hard for me on social media because when I lived in a log cabin in the woods, homeless, where I got sober, built a log cabin, and lived out there to be near my kids because I was a single parent for 9 years, and I got in trouble when I lost everything, the house, the car. I fell into addiction, especially alcohol, and then other stuff when I was homeless on the streets. I ended up getting sober in the woods. I moved up. I went to jail 51 days. And when I got out, I moved. I made a beeline to be near my kids. And then I ended up getting sober in the woods. But the point of that was I didn't have any real friends, and I still really don't have people I hang out with at all. Nobody. It was just my kids because I left that lifestyle and those people, but I just travel around in the motorhome now. So like all my friends are like on social media, you know what I mean, on the other side of a screen all the time. And it just gets, I forget what I was, oh, so it's just like, I don't, you guys comment and stuff, but I really don't know you. Like some of you guys just have, you know, an R or a J or a little or some of the, you know. But like I watched some of Kara's stuff because we were talking offline. It's like I can see you moving, I can see you talking, I can see your smile, I can see all that. I appreciate you, Kara, and everybody else that's in here, just keeping the chat alive. I said I'd read 3. Won't go. Oh, this is Heart Mom XOS. I won't go. I spent so much there and I'm done. These companies are disgusting. Way to go. I appreciate it. That's all we need to do. What else? I'm supporting the Walmart boycott in Oklahoma. Where are the rest of you guys from? I'm going to be on a little bit longer. Stop elsewhere. There is no Walmart inside the downtown city of San Francisco. Shop elsewhere. This is 916 Banks. Shop elsewhere. There is no Walmart inside the downtown city of San Francisco. Why do you think that is? They ruin everything with greed. Thank you for the comment. Awesome comment. Jesus was not his name on YT says, Jimmy, has anyone noticed how poor quality of the food, chemical laden poison? Yes, I buy bread from Aldi and other items with less than 5 ingredients, and it starts to mold like bread used to. Yeah. So yeah, definitely the point. Yeah, a lot of bread doesn't. The ice cream doesn't melt like Breyers. So here's the point. Here's the point. The point is, once inflation started, once during the pandemic, right, when we couldn't afford anything, people weren't buying things. The first thing they started was cheapening the food, right? Besides the normal like preservatives and stuff to make the shelf life last forever, but they started cheapening the ingredients like the cheese got yellow, more yellow, hydrogenated oils. The Breyers ice cream is one that, except for the vanilla now, I mean, they're whipping it with air and coconut and hydrogenated oil, and they're doing this across the board. I remember Walmart pepper. I went to buy the Great Value pepper, and it literally looked like it was cut with sawdust or something. It didn't even taste like pepper. So that was the first thing they started doing. The first thing they started doing they um when they were trying to keep their profits up. Then the second thing, what was that? The second thing was shrinkflation, right? So we all know what shrinkflation is. They started putting smaller portions in the same box, selling it for the same price. Now they're just outright short weighting. They're just outright short weighting. Like we said, Walmart has increased profits last year, increased profits from like 16.9 to 9 to 18.9 or whatever, 8 or 19.4 or whatever it was, by $2.5 billion. They increased profits and sunk that in instead of quality control in the stores, instead of meat managers, instead of what I want is a quality control team like HR who has an office in each Walmart, just like human resources. Like, they're part of the company. You really don't want them there, but they're there to keep things in order. That is over spot checking, short weighting, checking products, and pricing, making sure pricing is right. That's not going to happen. We know it's not going to happen. They think they're feeding cattle right now. Yeah, the food is poisoned with other chemicals. That's what we need. Hey, Z-Man, yeah. So that's what we need. That's what we need with so the website has been launched. C.O.C.A. CocaRevolution.org. I love that we got that domain. Great job, Mr. Gray. I'm gonna have to call. We're gonna have to do. I don't know if he's still on. We're gonna have to do Reservoir Dogs. I'm gonna have to call myself Mr. Black or something like that. Mr. Gray. That's not his real name, but it's launched. So you can go check it out. It's not fully functional. You're going to be able to upload videos. My point is to what you said, Z-Man. We already have a couple people like Kara and Tina Cooks. She does cooking, like that's her main page. That's what she does. We're going to start doing test kitchen stuff with products. That's why we're going to need funding from that. Like, so you guys can go out and buy things if you want to. If you want to do it in the beginning here, you know what I mean, until we get set up as helping the non-for-profit. And thank you. Who is that in the north? Thank you for the roses. But it'd be nice to be able to help you fund, going out and buying 3 packs of ground meat from 3 different stores, 80/20, cooking it all off, see which one has the most oil, and things like that. So we have people that are interested in doing test kitchens that will be on Coalition of Consumer Advocates, featuring Kara, featuring Tina Cooks. We have a couple of celebrity chefs kind of in there. Tina is kind of is a celebrity chef. And you guys kind of do your own thing. Also, it'd be great because it's not my forte. I can't do everything. I'm not a glory hound. Have somebody who's well versed. Any of you people out there that are well versed in food, natural food, the poison, the GMOs, all that stuff. You can have your own little area. Not everybody, but I mean, we'll work it out. I would like to have. We have to have that. We are a consumer advocacy group that was birthed off of short weighting. What I've done for the last 6 or 7 months. That's how we were birthed. But we want to step into other forms of consumer advocacy. I've done some gas station stuff. I'm about to go out there and start testing 5-gallon. I'm buying a 5-gallon bucket. I'm about to order it. It has all the measurements. So we're going to test 5 gallons at a time, not 32 ounces like I used to do, to make sure we're supposed to at the pumps. Because I feel shady. That's why I started testing for E15, because they unleashed it over the summer, which they usually don't. And I was worried about it getting in, people sneaking it in, even though they get it from a lot of the same places. I know that. I did find dirty gas in a couple gas stations, whether that was water was leaking through their tanks or however, or it was old and sat there. The Costco one was the biggest one. It got millions of views. And it turns out that same Costco Justin Gray, Channel 2 News here in WSB, a couple years before that, had a woman who took it to the same gas station. I found that out later, who took her car broke down after it. And the mechanic did a test on it. And anyway, but I'm worried now, concerned now that, that some shady stuff's going to be going on with the gas soon. So I'm going to get out there. If we find some of these gas stations that are doing it, it's probably more on a franchise level. We'll call them out. So that would be great to do. So yes. So in October, when I get out in the motorhome and start traveling the country, that would be good to do. So I can travel. We'll test gas stations, because I'll let you know in your area. You know what I mean? We'll call them out, and they should lose their franchise ship. What do you call it? Whatever. I mean, if a particular franchise like a Chevron has, they're not doing it with tricking the ticking the little weights and stuff inside the pump anymore. They're doing it with high tech data now, I believe. But I always wonder why Valero can sell gas so cheap. All right, Kevin says I'm supporting the Walmart boycott in Muskogee, Oklahoma. Anybody else? Where you at? Leather's in here cheering everybody on. Thank you, Leather. Yeah, what people buy the most, I suppose. Kara's talking to somebody. Aldi needs to donate Walmart. Aldi needs to donate Walmart. What is that, Shells? Test the Walmart scales when you weigh it at the self checkout. I have 2 videos of that. So Smoothie on I could say TikTok. I can't say. I have to say YT for TikTok. Um, but Smoothie is saying I should test. It's in my car. I'd show it to you. I have a 2 kilogram weight, which weighs 2.20 pounds, U.S. pounds. Or yeah, are we only supposed to do pounds? So I developed a system. It's kind of funny. I took a banana. This is the ADHD, the hypercreativity. I took a banana that with the UPC, the barcode on it, right? I make sure I grab the one. I pick one off, and I have my weight in my hand, and I scan the banana, and then I put the weight down because it's ready for the banana, and it should ring up 2.20. If it rings up, if the weight comes up 2.20, if it comes any more than that, then the scales are off. It's just hard to do because I can only do one at a time, except the first video I did one scale, and I'm like, this is gonna take forever. I really need to just do it on my own and then redo it if I catch it and make a video. But in the second video, I went in and I hit 4. I was like making the video like I'm about to go in, and I'm gonna go in and catch as many scales as I can before I get caught. You have to go on my profile page. It's on there. There's 2 of them with me showing the weight on the thumbnail. So I went up and I walked up to the first one, chink, wait, 2.2. Over to the second one, chink, 2.2. Little did I know that as soon as there's something like that, by the time I got to the third one, it was flagging her on the first one. And then the second one. And then I went over to the fourth one. She's like the self checkout attendant. She's like, what the hell's going on? Then I feel her coming up on me. I could feel her energy coming. I was trying to do the fourth one, and she was like, "Oh no, 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 no!" I was like, "Oh, I'm busted." I literally in the video, like, I was like, "Oh, no, this is mine." I show the way. I'm like, "This is mine." She didn't even flinch. It's like, "No, honey, you gotta weigh the banana." I'm like, "Oh yeah, all right." And I weighed the banana, and then I got out of there. So it's hard to do, but I did it a couple times. Um, Walmart shouldn't be selling food. I remember I worked at Walmart in Katanning, Pennsylvania, back when they didn't have the super centers, and it was just like, they ran Hills, Ames. Anybody remember these Hills, Ames, Kmart? They ran all those businesses out, man, because they were buying in bulk, and they were amazing in the beginning. But once they ran out the mom and pops, once they started doing like what they did with Pepsi, the collusion case where with Pepsi, they were working with Pepsi for a decade. Pepsi was in selling it cheap to Walmart cost, and then inflating the prices dramatically to any other mom and pop around, on Pepsi. So it would funnel everybody into Walmart, which they get their Pepsi and then they buy everything else. And that's one way they did it. I think they're probably doing it with Breyer's ice cream, because Breyer's ice cream is like $4.95 there, and it's $8 everywhere else. Kmart. What are you saying? Countdown to eternity? Where? Oh, I didn't read it. Where is it written? Jimmy can't not go inside of Walmart with the scale. Are you saying that to somebody else on there? Are you debating somebody, or you're just saying that? I missed it. Let me try to. There's countdown to eternity is like he's like he's like Peter. If I was Jesus, he said there's he swings cutting off ears over there. Not that I'm any close to Jesus. Um, where is it written that Jimmy cannot go inside of a Walmart with a scale to weigh items? Since when are having scales against the law? And they are not against the law. Discrimination and undeserved cruelty to Jimmy with a scale is against the law. We do still have our freedom. That's awesome. I love you guys, man. Thank you. Thank you for the support. Breyer's ice cream sucks too. Yeah, Matthew. It doesn't melt. I've seen those videos. Walmart's new home office. This is Billy from TikTok. Walmart's new home office is a waste. Took homes from people for pennies on a dollar. And there's so many stories, Billy. That's like I found out I can't retain all the information. It's awesome. That's one of the greatest things about our coalition, guys. We're nearing 700,000 members now on TT, IG, FB, and YT. All right. If you don't belong to one of them, please become a member. That's just all you got to do. I don't call you guys followers because what we do isn't you following me. We work together at this. We somehow this happened. Things just happen, right, Leather? Things just happen. Like the support group, family, helping people get sober and stuff like that. They just happen. They just happen. Um, yeah. So so it's if it wasn't for you guys, none of this would have ever happened. How are you doing from Maine? What's up, Real Tree Guy? I'm doing good, man. We're getting that boycott. Well, I literally, technically, well, since they're closed, it's what, like 9 or 10 hours from now, Eastern time. So we'll see. I'm gonna be going live and just encouraging us to keep going. 700K members, yeah. Who said that? GCap's here. What's up, brother? I wish more people were in here supporting. Yeah, I don't know. Like, we were getting like 400 to 700 on TT, and then they flagged me. They said I was trying to lead people to a third party. I think I might have mentioned I got one of my scales on a different platform, and I don't know what they did. I did something 3 times in a row. I didn't even know I was doing it. So, or I might have been leading people to the ways to help me on in my bio. I don't know, wherever. Walmart is so evil, says 916. Anyone here of Damon Darling? Yeah, he got a lifetime ban for buying people's stuff. Yeah, and then they ran the smear. He did some pranks in the beginning. You know how many people do pranks in there? I don't know what that's about, man. It was the stupidest thing they could have done. I don't get it. So, would they do that to me? Should they do that to me? I don't know. I don't know if it's like now, definitely this guy, or it's like we need to watch PR because he's the one exposing things, which they deny. Walmart has never admitted to any wrongdoing in any of the class action lawsuits. They just pay them. Heather's here. The 187. This is Billy again. 187 homes destroyed. Oh, 187 homes destroyed to build new home office. I lived here and works FD. Yeah, but that's what I mean. They get certain administration, that Pepsi collusion thing. Go watch a More Better Union. They're awesome. On YT, it's a 15-minute documentary ish, 15ish. It's called Pepsi. It's a conspiracy. That was the Walmart Pepsi conspiracy. This is leading to what you said, Billy. It's just like these corporations are connected with government. Because I don't argue politics in here. There's facts. On both sides, there's facts about certain things, but Certain administration, recent administration, kicked that out of federal court. Those are the facts. It was about to be held up in federal court. Walmart was about to get in trouble. It's null and void now. But it's the same thing. Look at them there. You know, they're able to do things. It's like these data centers, man. Big money talks. That's why we're boycotting. We're not looking for a $45 million class action lawsuit that takes 33 minutes for them to revenue. We ain't looking for that. We want $7 billion. We want half the people 1 week. We have so much power. You know, if we didn't get enough word out this time, we'll get it out next time. We're not done. I will not take anything. If we get 7 billion, we get half the people to shop somewhere else. We'll hit them for 7 billion. That's all they care about. So we got to take their money away. 45 million takes 33 minutes for them to revenue, 18 hours to profit. That's not enough. And the tarnish or the blemish of having a class action lawsuit, Google how many class action lawsuits has Walmart had in the last 20 years and watch how long it is. From the 6 they had in 5 years, from like 2004 to 2009 or whatever 5 years, 5 years. They had 6 and 5 years, or 5 and 6 years. 5 and 6 years. All employee stuff. In the early 2000s, the mid 2000s, all employee stuff. Lack of benefits, no paid vacation, improper wages, no overtime pay, improper procedures for pregnant women, or what's the word I was looking for? Oh, I forgot the word now. But accommodations for pregnant women. In just 5 years, 5 and 6 years over employee stuff. It's not a livable wage. I posted Cavell's oh god, I'm getting tired. Yeah, Cavell's video where he was talking about 90% of them are in EBT, and he was like, "What do you mean they pay $14.50 an hour? That's not a livable wage after taxes, federal and state. That's like $24,000 a year. That's below what's the poverty level? Somebody look it up. I think it's like 31,000 now, right? That's not a livable wage." And then Sup America was talking about, and when his videos he made for the boycott was talking about, they capped the salaries, they capped the hours too. They're only going to let you work 38, so you can't get benefits. And a lot of corporations do that. I mean, what is this, man? Dude, we allow them to do this. We don't get together and boycott. You know? Oh, who's doing that? Pamela? She put my VENMO up on. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I have that. C.A. Then C.A. GF me. F me. The GF me is close to 40%. That's for that's strictly, I'm trying to save that for gas money. But anything else will be for lodging and all that too. Thank you for that. Corey said, "Who tried bringing up politics?" Sometimes they'll start fighting, Corey, and I just let them go. But I mean, the point is, we need to start finding issues like this that affects us all, no matter your race, no matter your gender, no matter your sexual orientation, no matter your faith, no matter what, even your country, with Walmart. And we need to band together over some of this stuff and start getting some wins, because we are divided in this country. I believe it's an intentional de-escalation. These things right here, these phones and algorithms. There's a reason the government wanted to buy TikTok. It wasn't for the money that they're making on it. It's a propaganda machine. They're all propaganda machines. And some of us have enough logic, and some of us have enough critical thinking. I believe I do, to scroll. Oh yeah, I watch both sides of everything. I'm not on either side. I don't affiliate myself to anything, really. I've always been a loner and a non-conventionalist. I don't like to label myself, and nothing against anybody that does. I don't really feel like tribalism, probably because I've been such a loner in life. I just don't buy into tribalism. I don't really feel safe in a group. I think a lot of that we do out of subconscious or psychological. You feel safe in your group, and I don't know, but I'm just saying, man. Algorithm. Everybody thinks like me. What do you know? Another video about what I'm into. What do you know? Another one. What do you know? Wow, we're a bigger. I mean, we've been divided completely over a decade now or more. Some of these things I just think if we could get together, you know what I mean? If we are successful at this boycott in any way, shape, or form, we're gearing up for our next one when the time comes. We get to the point where we're able to affect the stock market over a boycott, we will have boycott power. This coalition of consumer advocates will be able to, and I would never do anything frivolously. Now this one this week and now that one over just cause. You know what I mean? Walmart has it's just cause. Go figure. You pick the biggest one of them all for our first boycott, but just imagine the boycott power we have. We'll be able to take the power back. There's a major fraud. Billy says there's a major fraud settlement in Walmart. I didn't know about that one. I don't think. That's what I love about this community. We share information. Absolutely, Corey says we need common ground. We do. I'm a peacemaker. I just am. I just wish people would get along over some stuff. Back in the day when I grew up in the '80s, I remember my parents, my stepfather, my mother. Like I remember, like you didn't even talk about who you voted for. Like you kept your political agenda kind of private. That was my grandfather always told me. Like when you go to a party or meet new people, there's three things you never talk about: sex, politics, or religion. It just divides people. You know, ego and pride, and mine's right and yours is wrong. You know, tribalism where you're evil and we're right. Whatever. That's just my feelings on it. Ever notice how the renovations they're doing are poor and oh, Mockingbird. Pamela. Ah, Pamela talked about Operation Mockingbird, which is true. I thought it was funny. Do you know what Operation Mockingbird is? It's basically, and it's proven like, who are those guys? Name some of the newscasters. Not Howard Cosell. What were some of the ah, who were some of the big newscasters in the 70s? A lot of them worked for the CIA, you know? I mean, CNN is a big pharma propaganda machine. I mean, it's all run by big pharma. Um, but a lot of those old newscasters were working for the CIA. Walter Cronkite, he's one definitely. Um, but Operation Mockingbird is basically everything's funneled from the Associated Press or for one direction, and then everything. And they did it. They did one. Somebody did one in the last 15 years where they got every local news station repeating verbatim the same thing. The same thing. It's all propaganda, guys. It is. We're controlled. That's why the US government wanted control of TikTok. We're controlled through it. People are voting to what they see on their scroll. Celebrities, singers, which who are they? I don't have anything in common with a multi-million dollar celebrity, CEO, actor. Don't have much in common with them, man. Sorry. I'm really not about who they think should be president or not be president. I really don't. I don't. So whatever side they're on, they want to control us. Cat crow. What is that? Cat crow. Yeah, them all saying the same things. Painless. Yeah, I saw that video. It's pretty disturbing when you see all over the nation repeating verbatim. I mean, that's all they're doing. We get so used to looking at the talking head like they're really talking. They're just reading. They're reading the script that was put before them. It's propaganda, man. I started politics now. Oh no. Uh, I'm probably gonna get off here, guys. I'm getting tired. I'm on what is it, 16 hours. So I'll get back on tomorrow. I'll be on tomorrow, maybe in the day, definitely at night. But I appreciate each and every one. Guys, get the word out there. Don't forget Demand Letter Pro if you need a demand letter for $247, not a $2,000 retainer from an attorney. Yeah, I'm back in this company, man. I have my stamp on it. It's also the guys partner up and doing our website. Our website is out. Coalition C.O.C.A. C.O.C.A. Revolution.org. It's not fully functional, like the load ups for loading up your videos. We're gonna start letting you guys load up videos. We got a lot of things planned, so you can go check it out though. And then Brand Letter Pro or Demand Letter Pro, use promo code COCA, C.O.C.A. Some of those proceeds will help us out with my trip and funding what I do and what we do. But boycott, guys, boycott them. Let our voice be heard. There's power in numbers. There are more of us than there are of them. Remember, we do this together. Together we create change. Thank you for all the gifts, guys. Thanks for supporting the trip. Methods in my bio. Good night, YouTube.